County, and the coach at Moody. I mean, these are two stars in the making, and the programs that they are developing on both schools, very similar, but two schools that are wanting to get that trophy in that trophy case, and they've fallen a little bit short in a couple of years.
Well, it's amazing because you've got to have players. You've got to have players, and you've got to have players that take responsibility for what they do in getting ready to play a football game and how they respond on the field and those kind of things. But some guys, some coaches just seem to have a little magic going their way and can get things started and get folks to get excited about their program and really want to play the game and really want to win the game. And that's the thing. When that tradition gets rolling, it's hard to trip it up.
Indeed, and of course the Knights started that tradition a few years back, and Coach Kyle Routon trying to maintain that and grow this team. Very young team with the Arabian Knights, but a very seasoned team with Cherokee County tonight.
Absolutely, a very seasoned team, and when you look at their roster, juniors, seniors, one freshman will play at running back along the way tonight, but by and large, they always seem to have people in the stable ready that have just basically been waiting their turn.
Indeed. Let's get the starting lineups tonight for the Cherokee County Warriors.
Wide receivers will include Cooper Allen, Tatum Perry, and J.V. Henderson. Perry is 6'1", 172, so nothing stands out there as far as something like we had with the Strickland guys, if you will. There. Tight end, Ben Mosley, though, is a 6'5", 212-pound senior, along with Case Hill. He's 5'11", 200. Aiden Bobbitt is 5'8", 173. Tackles, Asa Holbert, 6'6", 292. Dylan Duncan, 6'4", 216. Guards, Jackson Dogue, I believe that is, 6'1", 277. Evan Hill, 6'3", 216. Center, James Hunter, 5'10", 232. And the running backs, Nate Black at 6'3", 201. Keshawn Woods, 5'10", 183. The senior, again, a little more speed with Woods, I think. And then Caden Coleman, the freshman that will come in, 5'10", 159. And, of course, the quarterback, Adam Griffith, 5'10", 157. But as the Arabian Knights well know, you don't have to be 6'3", 220 to play quarterback.
Indeed.
And be successful.
Indeed. And I think a name you mentioned there, the left tackle, is Asa Holbert. He is already committed, and I'll have to check back as to who he committed to, but he is already committed as a junior, and of course an outstanding player, and he is what they call the blindside tackle. So a lot of protection there for quarterback Adam Griffin. When we come back, we'll talk about the Arabian Knights coming after that win last week. Not pretty, but in the W column. And we'll talk with Coach Kyle Routon as well. You're listening to the People's Bank of Alabama pregame report.
Locally owned and community-minded, we're your neighborly bank.
At People's Bank of Alabama, you can bank with people who know you by your first name. It is our personal approach to banking that sets us apart from every other bank. A trusted community bank providing all your banking needs with local expertise in personal and business banking. Call us today to learn more about how you can save, grow, and invest with confidence. We care about people and are proud supporters of the Arabian Knights. People's Bank of Alabama, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, this is Chase Cole of ProTech Roofing and Exteriors. Chances are your roof has not been inspected for weather damage within the last 5 years. With all the weather events throughout the Tennessee Valley this storm season, give us a call at 256-640-8091 or check us out on Facebook to schedule your free consultation. From asphalt shingles to metal roofing, we've got the solutions to keep your home safe and dry. ProTech Roofing and Exteriors, your winning team on and off the field. Go Knights.
Alabama Home Builder License Number 28892. Licensed, bonded, and insured.
We never forget in everything we do.
Premier Family Care is a complete family care facility providing health care services that are affordable. A full-service state-of-the-art medical facility in your hometown, complete with on-site lab and x-ray, all in the same building. Premier Family Care always welcomes new patients and walk-ins, accepting Medicare, Medicaid, and most insurance. Premier Family Care in Arab and in Bloodsville on Main, now in Guntersville at 1407 Blunt Avenue. Premier Family Care.
No one's more important than you.
Buying or selling a home is a major life decision, but it can be stress-free with a dedicated professional realtor. Diane Prestridge with Better Homes and Gardens, the premier agency. With years of real estate experience and several designations, Diane Prestridge makes buying or selling your home a pleasant experience. Call 256-505-7870 or visit her office on North Main Street. Diane Prestridge, your trusted realtor for the Arab area.
Fall means Friday Night Lights, and at Marshall Therapy and Sports Rehab, we're proud to be a part of your team. Whether it's a sports injury, surgery recovery, or getting back in the game of life, our experts are here to help. From physical therapy to cardiac rehab and speech therapy, we're with you every step of the way. With locations in Gunnersville and Boaz, visit mmcenters.com and find therapy under the Services tab to learn more.
You're not happy until you're eating at Grumpy's. Located in the Northgate Shopping Center, Grumpy's is serving up fresh, made daily pizza, pasta, and chicken salad that'll put a smile on anyone's face. Now with an extended family menu, perfect for dine-in or takeout. Call 256-931-2335 to order today. Open Monday through Thursday till 8 and Friday and Saturday till 8:30. Get happy with Grumpy's Pizza and Pasta.
It's Arabian Night Football on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Latham's Pharmacy, CCM Garage Doors, Marshall Primary Care, Bull Automotive and Fabrication, Warehouse Discount Groceries, Parkway Pharmacy, Wright's Furniture on the Parkway, Midas Burger, Hunt's Tree Service, Fine Things Bridal Registry and Gift Shop, A&D Motors, Wheeler Feed and Seed, Maggie B and Company, and by the McLaughlin and Edmondson Law Firm.
Now back to the Fun 92.7 pregame show, brought to you by
People's Bank, where people mean more.
It's great by the lake and near Weiss Lake and in Cherokee County tonight. It is a football maddening crowd coming into this place. They're going to pack this place out. First home game for the Cherokee County Warriors. The Arabian Knights come to town. Michael St. John along with Archie Anderson. Ben Elrod will be down on the sideline. Chad Robertson will join us in the booth. By the way, this game will be also shown on Horizon Television. We've got Lloyd up here with us, and we'll be seeing that game on Horizon TV all this Labor Day weekend. Archie, before we go on, your thoughts and takeaways from last week's win against Albertville.
Last week, we're still adjusting, and I know Coach Roughton doesn't want to harp on it and go into a great deal about it, but we still had guys sick. We still got a couple in slings, and obviously we lost Luke, at least for this week, last week, and what have you. So still a lot of adjustments. We had so many penalties last week. Yeah, that might be that certain crew, maybe. First game of the year, you expect some of that. But some of that, we've had so many people having to adjust. You know, you've played right guard ever since you were 7, and all of a sudden, you know, you're getting moved around. And you've played offense since you were 7, and suddenly you're on defense. So many things have happened to these guys that I really take my hat off to the players and coaches in that. Through all of that adjustment, through the injuries that even occurred during the game, through all the penalties that just dilapidates momentum sometimes, these guys still wanted to win the game and came on strong at the end, found a way to do it. So, yeah, the big thing is we just got to keep trying to keep getting kids to go to bed at night, get healthy, and clean up some mistakes. And there again, I say that with very understanding arms that it's not always easy to do as much shuffling as we've had to do.
Well, the biggest difference comes in a football team from week 1 to week 2, and I talked to Coach Roughton about that earlier in the week, and they were concentrating a lot more on the emphasis of getting back to basics and getting off on the snap count and not doing the things you're not supposed to do. It was a ticky-tacky little game last week, but tonight we have a different officiating crew. They're out of Easter Alabama. They're out of the Ranburne area. They do a really good job. I've had a chance to call games in this area before, and this is a good crew, and I think we'll see 2 disciplined football teams tonight.
Absolutely, and I'm sure there'll be a focus on that from both teams. Again, Cherokee County had a few issues with that as well last week. Turnovers, always, you know, you want to make sure you hang on to the football and what have you. But yeah, with all that focus, that game night experience that you got to have, you know, when you bring in the young guys and practice is one thing, but all of a sudden the lights come on and those stands have more than a dozen people in them all of a sudden. And there's the cheerleaders, the band, all your classmates, everybody's watching everything. You are the focus. And so it puts a little nerve or two in the kids. And so game 2 is very important. And for us, knowing that we're going up against such a big rival, folks got to remember these folks went to the state championship game in 4A last year. And this is going to be a big contest for us. It's one that we've got to get out there and I know try to win and do our best, but realize our opponent is very, very strong.
Well, we had Coach Kyle Routon on Coach's Breakfast this morning. He was pretty somber, but at the same time, pretty confident about how the preparation went for this game. We had a chance to talk with him and get his thoughts on tonight's football game as well.
Off on the right foot.
With the head football coach of the Arabian Knights, Coach Kyle Routon, last week, getting a win. It wasn't pretty, more penalties than points, but the W looks good in the win column come the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we found a way to win the game. We didn't play very well. We weren't disciplined. We had a lot of pre-snap penalties. We had some special teams issues, and I was just glad to see our guys fight hard at the end and pull out with a win.
Coach, what were the bright spots that you saw when you looked at the film?
I mean, our defense flew around and was really bringing the wood whenever they would hit their backs and receivers. I felt like that was a real bright spot. Just 11 guys hustling to the football and making it count when they got there.
Week 1 to week 2, coaches say they see the most improvement or the most change out of their football team. What are you looking to see when you go to enemy territory tomorrow? When you go to enemy territory tonight?
Well, we just got to, we've got to cut down on the penalties offensively, the pre-snap penalties, things that set us behind the chains. That's not really how we're built. We're not built for third and long. So we got to keep ourselves out of that situation. That's something we didn't do a very good job of last Thursday night. And so hopefully we'll improve on that.
Developments in the kicking game. I know I teased you all year about last year not trying a field goal. We tried 3 in the first half last week. You sort of made me, you got egg on my face, but how's the kicking game? As it develops, how do you see it happening?
Well, I mean, most people don't know our holder was out. He had the flu. He was out. That had been a really good connection between holder and kicker, and we felt good about the distances that we were kicking from. I'm not saying it was a holding issue, but it's always different whenever you got somebody else holding the ball down there. So we'll have the holder back this week, and hopefully those issues have resolved themselves, and we'll be able to take advantage and get some points whenever those opportunities come.
Coach, as you look to this Cherokee County team, last year here, they perhaps were the best seasoned, best disciplined, best talented football team we saw until we got to the postseason last year, and they return a lot this year.
Yeah, they do. I mean, this group of seniors for them in the last 3 football seasons have played 45 games. They've got 45 games worth of practice during a season. I mean, just to put that into perspective, in the last 3 years, if you haven't made the playoffs 3 years in a row, your kids have practiced for 30 games. I mean, so they have a season and a half more worth of practices, drill work, and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're a well-oiled machine. They just replace people as they graduate. They replace, and they had a pretty big class graduate just like we did. But it doesn't look like that whenever you turn on the film.
Coach, their quarterback this year is the young man that came in after their starting quarterback went down with the ACL in the third quarter of last year's game, and he took them all the way to the state championship game. And this year, one more season under his belt, like you say, all those practices, he looks pretty good. He can run this offense.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt he can. I mean, I knew he was going to be a good player last year whenever they brought him in, and now they've got him returned with a year under his belt, and and I mean, like I said, you cut the film on, there's not a whole lot of difference. They're still big. They've still got some strong runners, and they're going to contend again in 4A North.
The folks that will be going to the game, and I'm sure the Knights will follow us to Cherokee County. That is a really nice place to play and a very comfortable surroundings. But, boy, when that game starts, they get a little rabid on you.
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting a physical war. That's the type of ball game that we want to play. We want to be more physical than the other side, so this is going to be a great test for us. We know we're going against a big physical team, and I know that they know that we're coming in and we're wanting to do the same thing that they're wanting to do. They want to establish the run at the line of scrimmage just like us. They want to fly around on defense and make it count when they get there just like we do. And so it's going to be a clash of the same styles tonight, and I'm excited to see our guys compete.
Coach, really appreciate your time, and best of luck to you. Go Knights.
Thank you.
Archie, I think this year I'm seeing with Coach Routon in his second year as the head football coach of the Arabian Knights sort of get the perspective a lot better. He's a lot more comfortable in his shoes this year. We're seeing that already, but I'm seeing him also make decisions as they come to him. And I think that comes with experience, and I think getting last year under his belt under dire circumstances at times as well. This year, we're seeing what Coach Kyle Routon is all about, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Well, I think everybody is, and I think everybody kind of understands the situation, if you will, and especially what we've gone through these last 3 weeks with injuries and whatnot. And Coach Routon, I think, is doing a great job. I think he was kind of the heir apparent. This was kind of what was expected somewhere down the road. Just wasn't expected when it happened, obviously, but doing a great job. And I have to tip my hat to the assistant coaches. My goodness, when you go out there to practice, sometimes Coach Routon's looking from one way to the next, and those assistant coaches are down in the dirt with these guys, still giving them that individual instruction. And there again, and I hate to harp on it, but with all the shuffling around they've had to do, everybody's had a lot of work to do, and they all take it serious. Most of the assistant coaches, Coach Hudson, he's our baseball coach, but he takes this football season and being offensive coordinator extremely serious. Of course, obviously tough to lose his own son out there to injury last week, but he didn't skip a beat. He's still all over the football field and getting out there with these guys. But tip of the hat to all of them, and I think they're working hard. They know what they're up against, I'm sure, but they're not going to harp on it for sure, and they're going to keep working. They're not out there to just get through the season.
Well, I love the fact you have 3 former head coaches on staff. Your defensive coordinator was the head coach at Pennington. You've got Coach Henderson, who is MVP assistant coach,
right.
Head coach at Buckhorn, head coach at Grissom, outstanding coach head to toe, no doubt about it. But Coach Hudson is a head coach too, maybe
right.
at a different sport.
Right.
But they think in that head coach mode, which gives great support to Coach Routon. So those guys, and I appreciate you bringing that up. We got a great coaching staff, and let's just hold them together, and they'll get these young men taught. Their job this year, I think, more is a teaching job than a football X's and O's job.
Absolutely. We've got new guys on the line. We've got a lot of potential there. We got some decent size. But they've got to get seasoned. Really hated it when we lost Tucker, because Tucker really needed this year to get ready, if you will, because he was really coming into his own in basketball last season. First game or two to the third or fourth game or two, what a difference. And it was all because he was getting that game experience.
Exactly.
And he really needed that this year. Big, tall guy, and we ended up losing him. And that wasn't just tough for the football team and wins and losses. That was tough for Tucker to get that experience out there. But yeah, everybody's working, and they're again. We're not going to lose. We're going to play the game.
Indeed. Let's get the starting lineups tonight for the Arabian Knights.
Tentative starting lineup anyway for the Arabian Knights. Of course, at quarterback will be Nick Stevens, and we always mention Nick. Doggone it. Sophomore, and he's learning the ropes. We have seen the arm. We know he can throw the ball. So it's going to happen. Hang in there with Nick. Centers Hunter Ray, left guard Joel Gray, right guard Bryson Trusley, left tackle Stafford Willis, right tackle James Beard. Receivers are Davis Kenny, Grisham Graham, even though it says Graham here. I love that. Dylan Kirkland, who showed a little bit of a seed for us last week. And John Loden will be the starting running back there for the Knights tonight. More than likely, you will see Mason Ingram. They feel very good about Mason and his future, but he is a freshman. He is fast, and once he learns the ropes, he's going to be something to see. But John Loden was a hero last week. He was, in my eyes, the star. When you're the leading tackler along with Zach Hallman, they both had 7 tackles each. You punt a 40-yard punt. You get, again, the 7 on defense. Then you come out there at the end, and they not only put you in there to run the ball, they put you in strong to carry the mail. It's it or nobody. and you get that last big score. What a night for him, and obviously Coach Roughton really loves that guy and just calls him a baller. He's just one of those ready to go.
Amen.
Defensively, Griffin Lee at the nose. Ends are Owen Ridgway, had a good game last week, and John Loden. Linebackers, Dallas Helton's the middle linebacker. They like to call him Mike and Joe and Joan and all that. Caden Walter, or Landon Ertl is the Sam. Spurs Zach Hallman, the senior. He's kind of the consistent guy back there. Eli Williams at Rover. Eli is really coming on, sophomore, and had a good game last week. Yes.
Yep.
And in the backfield, free safety Chase Kirkland, again with some speed back there. Christian Price, Evan Jones, and all of those guys, their names got called last week. They were all getting after it.
That defensive crew is a team effort, literally, and you're right. Everybody got in on the action. When we come back, we'll wrap things up for our pregame show. We'll get ready for our opening prayer and the toss of the coin. It's all coming your way from Cherokee County. The Warriors and the Knights tonight on the banks of the Weiss. Back after this. To wrap things up for our pregame show, you're listening to the People's Bank of Alabama pregame show.
Locally owned and community-minded, we're your neighborly bank.
At People's Bank of Alabama, you can bank with people who know you by your first name. It is our personal approach to banking that sets us apart from every other bank. A trusted community bank providing all your banking needs with local expertise in personal and business banking. Call us today to learn more about how you can save, grow, and invest with confidence. We care about people and are proud supporters of the Arabian Nights. People's Bank of Alabama, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Storms are not kind of trees which can fall and damage homes, property, and power lines. Hunt's Tree Service has 24 years of experience and provides quality work in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. Hunt's Tree Service provides complete cleanup and are safe. They carry $1 million in liability insurance and workmanship compensation while supplying proof of insurance upon request. Follow Hunt's Tree Service on Facebook and call for a free estimate 256-302-0006. Don't go out on a limb yourself. Trust the local professionals. Hunt's Tree Service.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, General Manager of North Country Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Arab, Alabama. Now, when you think of Arab, there's two things you need to think of as part of a winning team. That is the Arab Knights and North Country. So, folks, if you want to be part of a winning team, make the short drive here to Arab, where you can save thousands of dollars on a new or pre-owned automobile. 0% financing going on, over $15,000, and over 300 units in stock. It's going to save you money. We would like to wish the Arab Knights good luck this year, and I'll see you soon.
Owen Home Appliance Center has the appliances you want at prices matching their competitors. Find new appliances from well-known brands like GE, Frigidaire, Electrolux, and Hotpoint, along with scratch and dent and gently used appliances to fit your budget. Owen Home Appliance also carries comfortable Franklin furniture recliners made in Houston, Mississippi, located on the left at the end of the 231 detour at Cateco, or at the end of the Cateco-Floret Road. Quality products, quality service, quality pricing. It's in the name. Owen Home Appliance Center.
Are you ready to make a move in the real estate game? Look no further than the trusted experience of Scott and Terry Haga with the Haga team of realtors at Southern Elite Realty, your local real estate team with a winning strategy. With our years of experience and a passion for helping families, we're your trusted real estate professionals in the area. We'll guide you through every step of the process, making sure you score the perfect home sweet home. So before the final whistle blows, make a move and call the Haga team of realtors at 256-673-1223. Remember, in the game of real estate, trust Scott and Terry to be your star players. Visit us online at mysoutherneliteal.com today.
Big appliances like dryers and dishwashers put out heat when they're in use. Running these at night helps keep your AC from fighting too many battles at once. At Arab Electric Cooperative, we help you find more ways to save energy, save money, and help the environment. So small savings today leads to big savings tomorrow. This energy-efficient message is brought to you by Arab Electric Cooperative, serving farm, home, and industry since 1947.
It's Arabian Night Football on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Arab Cartage and Express, Arab Lumber, Congressman Robert Adderholt, Arab Electric, the Haga team of Scott and Terry Haga at Southern Elite Realty, Owen Home Appliances, North Country, Ford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Arab, Grumpy's Pizza and Pasta Shop, Marshall Medical Centers, and by Farmers Insurance and agent Sadie Visser.
Now back to the Fun 92.7 pregame show, brought to you by
People's Bank, where people mean more.
Atop the press box at Warrior Stadium, enjoying the smell of those hamburgers grilling. Boy, it smells good. Had a great meal tonight at the steakhouse down here, and welcome back into Arabian Night Football, our pregame show. By the way, before we go on, I got a note passed to me. Want to say hello to all the folks that are watching the Auburn-Baylor football game over at Cherokee Ridge Country Club and listening to us on the radio.
Wow.
So they're watching the game and listening to Arabian Night Football.
I don't know. Watching Auburn and listening to us, I don't know.
That's an interesting combination, but War Eagle to all the folks that are watching that game, and good luck to the Tigers. All right, Archie, we've had a chance to talk about it. Talking's over. It's time to tee it up. Right. What do you think is going to happen this game?
Well, it's going to be a hard-fought game. Both teams kind of finding themselves a little bit here early in the season. Going to be a hard-fought game, and I know as Coach Routon mentioned with you just a few moments ago, we did have to have a different snapper again, another switch last week. Maybe we can get that kicking game rolling in. I think if we can score, get a little confidence, it's kind of a who-knows deal. But we are playing a tough team, and a team that wants to they want to show what they can do this week. It's going to be a tough game tonight.
Tough road trip, not only for the Arabian Nights, for any team that comes into this environment. This is a tough road game. But I think what you're going to see tonight is you're going to see the real Arabian Night team come to the forefront.
I think so.
And hopefully not as many yellow flags. I know you're wearing yellow tonight in honor of those flags that were thrown last week. But let's hopefully have a cleaner ball game. But I think it'll be a well-played ball game and a well-coached ball game.
I really do. I think both teams are going to be ready to go and looking forward to getting out there on the field. And, I think it could be a big play kind of deal, too. And I don't know if I mentioned Wesley Holland or not, but he's one of those guys that seems to sneak around and find an open spot for us every now and then. And so I'm just looking, we're going to have a big play or two.
Indeed. Coming up next, we have our opening game prayer by Brother Ken from our friends at the Arab Church of Christ. We'll go down to the field for the toss of the coin and bring you all the action from the Virotech Restoration broadcast. I'm not going to call it a booth. We're up here in the open air. So up on top of the press box with Virotech tonight.
And nothing like having Ken Tyler, Hall of Fame, Arab High, great.
There you go.
And Memphis doing the prayer for us.
And we'll be doing that prayer coming up. And we'll be joined by our colleagues and Ben Elrod back down on the sideline tonight as his steed. And, of course, Chad Robertson joining us momentarily up here on top of the press box once he climbs the ladder. You've been listening to the People's Bank of Alabama pregame report.
This has been the Fun 92.7 pregame show, brought to you by
People's Bank, where people mean more.
Tonight's high school football action is also supported by
Sophia's Mexican Restaurant, Playwell Performance, ProTech Roofing, Harney Veterinary Clinic, Wonders for Wellness, and by Jones Jewelry.
Coming up next, Arabian Night Football. Live from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth on Fun 92.7 FM and HD1.
Locally owned and community minded, we're your neighborly bank.
At People's Bank of Alabama, you can bank with people who know you by your first name. It is our personal approach to banking that sets us apart from every other bank. A trusted community bank providing all your banking needs with local expertise in personal and business banking. Call us today to learn more about how you can save, grow, and invest with confidence. We care about people and are proud supporters of the Arabian Nights. People's Bank of Alabama, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Everybody loves chicken, but the unique flavor of our chicken and original sauce at the Midas-Burger of Arab makes it special. It's always the same, always delicious. I'm Christy Thomas, inviting you to try our chicken sandwiches, chicken fingers, chicken breasts, or our tailgate trays that are available only during football season. Remember, we have something for everybody at the Midas-Burger. Delicious hamburgers, hot dogs, salads, barbecue, and much more.
Call 256-586-3275 Monday through Saturday at the Midas-Burger on the Parkway.
A&D Motors, we got the right used cars you can trust. Come take a drive.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Harlow, your hometown car gal. You don't have to drive far to find a great deal. At A&D Motors, we're your locally owned, buy here, pay here dealership for over 30 years, and we stand behind every vehicle we sell. Finance with us and get a free limited warranty. Visit the car gals at A&D Motors on the Parkway in Arab, your one-stop dealership.
So come on down, let's take a spin with A&D Motors. You sure will.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
The Arab Church of Christ is a family devoted to serving God through our daily lives and work. Our only authority is the Bible, and our worship is according to the New Testament pattern in a way that pleases God. We would love for you to come join us for our Sunday morning Bible classes at 9:30 a.m. and worship at 10:30 a.m. Our Sunday evening service is at 6 p.m. and our Wednesday midweek Bible study is at 7 p.m. You can find us at arabcofc.org or here in Arab at 1005 North Main Street. We look forward to seeing you, and remember, Christ loves you, and so do we.
Let us pray. Dear Father, we're thankful tonight to be able to pray to you. And I want to ask your special blessings to be upon these young men tonight, that they will be safe. Please help them to exhibit good sportsmanship and help them to do their very best. We're so thankful for our school system in Arab, and we'd like to ask your blessings to be upon Dr. Berry, upon our board, and upon every student. We're thankful, Father, for the privilege of prayer and to know that you hear our prayers. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Arabian Nights football is on the air. On the air.
Snap, give, Franklin, left side, turning, twisting, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Arabian Nights.
Your home team for over a quarter century. Fun 92.7 FM and HD1. Arabian Night Football with Michael St. John, Ronnie Shoemate, Chad Robertson, and Ben Elrod. Every down, every game. Fun 92.7 FM and HD1. Streamed at fun927.com. The Fun Radio apps for your smartphone and the Fun 92.7 Alexa skill for your smart device. Now, Friday nights under the lights. Arabian Night Football, live from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. Here's Michael St. John.
And welcome to the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, coming from the Cherokee County Discotheque, right here on the beautiful banks of Weiss Lake. Michael St. John, along with our colleague, Archie, I love doing these games with you. We just don't do it enough. But Archie Anderson subbing in for recuperating Ronnie Shoemate. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Chad Robertson down on the field. Ben Elrod. What a perfect night for football. This is the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network, bringing you the play-by-play of tonight's game between the Cherokee County Warriors and your Arabian Nights. Let's go down to the field. Let's check the setting for tonight's game with our very own Ben Elrod. Our sideline reports brought to you all season long by Steve Kraft and the Kraft Insurance Agency. Ben, what a perfect setting for football.
Oh, yeah, perfect setting. Got the turf field here. It's beautiful. And no wind to speak of. And we're getting ready to go out here for the toss.
All right, the captains have made their way quickly. Chad Robertson joining us again for commentary on tonight's game. The Knights played spotty at best last week. Lots of mistakes. They've had to clean things up quickly because this is a championship caliber football team in Cherokee County.
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot about the team tonight. We got lucky last week, got out of there with a victory with Albertville, but we can't do that tonight up here in Cherokee County.
Tonight's officials are courtesy of the East Alabama Officiation Association. These guys are really good folks. And tonight's toss of the coin brought to you by the Gin Man, keeping the lights on when it gets scary dark. The captains for the Arabian Nights that have made their way out are Dylan Kirkland. He is joined by Landon Ertl, last week's Sophie's player of the game, Hunter Ray, and also out there is Owen Ridgway. So the captains for Cherokee County tonight, representing the Warriors, are Dylan Duncan, an outstanding senior middle guard. Also, J.B. Henderson, he's a wide receiver, and Ethan Glass, a senior. So the Spirit line to our right, by the way, this field runs north-south. The colors of Cherokee County, Vanderbilt gold and black. And the PA announcer is below us, but the speakers are on either side of us, so that tonight may overwhelm us at times. The officials and the captains are making their way out to the center of the field. Again, our toss of the coin brought to you by the Gin Man, keeping the lights on when it gets scary dark. Ben, I'm turning it over to you.
Good evening for football, guys. Y'all the captains. I expect y'all to help us keep everything in control. A real good sportsmanship football game. Go it, doesn't happen, okay? You got a question.
And you're going to have to put that microphone in front of his mouth. This is overwhelming him.
We'll try to give you an answer, okay? Penalties, we'll give you the best option. Okay? Pant. These are covered, guys. State road, so let's abide by it, okay? Don't want no injuries. That's a safety hazard, okay? Josie, make sure they're over your pads. All right? Your division, dollar head, tails. I'll flip it, call it winds in the air. If I drop it, we'll do it again. Ready?
Tails.
Tails he calls, heads it is. Deferred.
Here's that the Warriors have won the toss and deferred.
So Ben Elrod with the microphone down below. I don't know if that you could pick much of that up, but Cherokee County won the toss, and they have elected to defer to the second half. They will defend the south goal. The Arabian Knights will receive, defending the north goal to our left. That is the scoreboard side here at Warrior Stadium, also known as Bobby Joe Johnson Field.
Exactly, Bobby Joe Johnson Field. We've got to look that up. Michael and I were talking just before kickoff. Awfully familiar name. Surely we know that name.
I would hope so. Bobby Joe Johnson, you want to Google that, Chad?
I'll do it.
And so as we get ready to get underway, the play-by-play of tonight's game, Arabian Night Football, is courtesy of Marshall County District 1 Commissioner Ronnie Shoemate. Proud to serve the citizens of our county, proud to support your Arabian Nights. When we come back, it's the opening kickoff brought to you by Farmers Insurance and agent Sadie Visser. This is the Fun Radio Football Network.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, your future. All it takes is one phone call to your country financial representative, and we'll be there to help with insurance, protect what matters most, and financial services that help you prepare for the future. Best of all, we aim to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford, call me, Jeff Morgan, Country Financial Representative at 256-586-6058.
Delightful. It's delicious. At Milner's Dairy Delight, our customers say it for us.
Soft serve ice cream and thick homemade shakes, better than any fast food chain.
Good food and the prices are very reasonable. Their staff is so nice.
If you want a great tasting burger, then Milner's Dairy Delight will suit your taste buds.
Jumbo cheeseburgers, the best club sandwich.
Ham sandwich, chef salad, chicken strips, foot-long hot dogs.
Milner's menu has it all.
Hi, I'm Bland Milner. It's an honor for our family to serve your family the finest eats and coolest treats at Milner's Dairy Delight.
Now, more Arabian Night Football on Fun 92.7.
From the Viratech Restoration broadcast booth, Cherokee County and the Arabian Knights, and we're fighting with the PA announcer and some speakers that are bigger than Archie and I put together. Well, this is going to be a tough one, folks. Let's hope the Knights can get on the board and silence this bull real quick here.
We've got a challenge. We've got our hands full tonight. I think everybody is well aware of that. So, yeah, hopefully we will be in it early, not take ourselves out of it early, and can be in this thing. And these guys coming over here, they've got some size, but hopefully our guys will be up for the challenge and ready to play.
Chad Robertson, it's hard to talk in a discotheque, and I haven't been in a discotheque in several decades, but I feel like I'm in one now. This music is very apropos for, I guess, this setting here tonight, because it is a football team that is used to success. Last week, they got spanked by Piedmont, their biggest rival. Coach Jacob Kelly had a good conversation with his team. I had a great conversation with Coach, and he was very frank with me. He says, we got to come out with some passion. And as I'm looking at the team right now, they look a bit reserved. The Arabian Knights look a little bit more fired up for this, but emotion, of course, after the opening kickoff goes flat, it becomes a football game.
That's exactly right. We're on top of the press box here, literally right beside the speakers. I know we're having trouble hearing, but tonight it's going to be a very good game between Cherokee County. Very important for AREP to maintain the composure right now and contain their emotions and don't let them get overwhelmed. So much hype, and Cherokee County has probably got looking for blood after they got upset last week.
I think they hired a DJ from Atlanta in the 404 to do this show tonight.
I can't believe I didn't even notice those speakers when we got up here.
I did not notice those the other day. I'll be honest with you, I thought they were part of the light standards. By the way, there are some very, very bright lights at this stadium, and it is well lit. This is a very nice place to play football. Kicking off for the Cherokee County Warriors is Hugh Miller. He hits the ball. It takes a bounce at the 10. It's picked up by Kirkland back at the 6-yard line. He avoids a tackle, but then a shoestring tackle to bring him down. And Kirkland only gets a 1-yard return by B.J. Henderson. And that will be a first down for the Arabian Knights. And we start off with our backs against the wall. And it is not a very good place to start in a very unfriendly atmosphere.
Very good containment right there by Cherokee County. They were literally down the field before the ball got there. They have some speed.
First and 10 for the Arabian Knights. They will go at quarterback with with our quarterback that has started last year, against this team in Nick Stevens. On first down, they hand it off to the tailback. This is the freshman, and coming out with the football is Ingram, and he'll get over and about to the 10-yard line. Or check that was not Ingram. That was, yes, it was Mason Ingram. They've got the wrong number down here. Wow. All right, Mason Ingram got about 2. So it'll be second down and 10. Ball on the near side hash mark. Knights are moving right to left as you listen in the first quarter towards the north end of Warrior Stadium. And as we're getting to where the sun is about to dip behind the mountains across behind us. Here's Stevens going to run a quarterback draw at middle guard. And boy, that is not a good place to run because there is some big beef up there. And Dalton Duncan, one of the captains for tonight's game, was there to make the stop. So it is now going to be third down and 5.
Stevens alone in the backfield that time, and boy, from the very beginning they closed in on that. Didn't have much room to breathe at all.
Now let's say something about this front 3 for Cherokee County. They're big, and we're big up front, but these guys are tall: 6'3", 6'5", 6'1". Third down, possession, 3rd and 7. Knights from the 11. Snap, fake, back to pass. Stevens looking downfield. He's in trouble. Got to run out. He's to the 10. He's to the 15. Needs the 18-yard line, 19-yard line. He's going to be close, but Ben Elrod, sideline reports tonight, brought to you by Kraft Insurance. I think he's short.
They moved the chains, first down. Yeah.
Well, they did move the chains, so he got the nose of the football across the line at the 19-yard line and set those chains for an initial Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down. Chad, some good blocking up front on that blow-up.
Yeah, he was set in the pocket as long as he could, and he scrambled, and he took one for the team because they lit him up at the first down marker.
Indeed they did, and that was a great block up front by Bryson Trusley. So it's first and 10. Knights at their own 19-yard line. They started at their own 9. End over, tight end to the right side. Fake handoff, counter play, left side Mason, and Mason Ingram is going to get a yard and nothing more. And the stop was made that time very quickly by Nate Black, I believe. And it will be now second down and 9. You see the down marker over there? That's what I wanted to buy for ARAB. That's the Notre Dame. It tells you how many yards to go. So when we look down, it's electronic. It's second and 9. That's a great box down there. We got to get one of them. That's what championship teams have. Rolling out. Stevens looking, passing. Scott Kirkland breaks the tackle. Up across the 25. Going for that down marker. He knocked it down. He may have just broke it. And he'll be up near the 30-yard line. Let's see where they marked him out of bounds. Look, I think he did break it.
He did break it. It's offline.
And it's crooked. Look at the post.
Crooked.
Brand new toy broken on the first play. So now they're checking. Apparently, is there a penalty marker down? They have not moved the down marker. Now they do. So the chain gang a little slow, and they're trying to reset the to-go marker. It's 3rd and 1. 9:19 to play in the first quarter from beautiful Center, Alabama, on the banks of a Weiss Lake from the press box. I can see it behind me. Handoff, Ingram, first down yardage up to the 30, and that is a Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down, 2 in a row for the Knights. A little extracurricular after the stop, but it did not bring a flag. So it will be now first and 10 for the Arabian Knights, and the ball make that second down. Well, they still have first on the boundary.
Yeah, he picked up first.
He got the first. Okay, first and 10. Citizens Bank and Trust first down, 33-yard line. This announcer is annoying.
If we can keep a few first downs going.
In the nickel, Knights want to run that clock, as Archie said. Handoff to Loden, first carry for him. Got nothing at middle guard. Somebody lost their cap. So that will cause a substitution, as dropping his helmet was James Beard, and he'll come out of the ball game, and the Knights now will have it second down at the 38-yard line. It will be second down, and I'll tell you, these downs markers people are.
Okay,
that
we
was
must
a
have had a
fumble.
fumble there, yeah.
I did not see it. Forgive me, folks.
The defense came on quickly, and I was trying to figure out exactly, but I didn't see the ball come.
I didn't either.
I didn't see it come out. Ben, do we know who got that fumble?
Do not.
Sideline reports tonight by Kraft Insurance and agent Steve Kraft. So first turnover of the game gives the ball to Cherokee County inside the 40 at the 38. Middle of the field, moving left to right as you listen. Yellow jerseys, black numerals, white helmets, white pants. Handoff, tailback, caught in the backfield and dropped by Loden.
Good job.
Nice move on that back, and there's a little exchange of some pleasantries there, as that was Keyshawn Woods, and John Loden said, hey, you may have done it last year. It's going to be tougher sledding this year.
He did a great job of reading the play, staying with going to be an option right there, and he stayed with him and took him for about a 4-yard loss. I hope we don't have a measurement, because that down marker is about as crooked as a dog's leg.
Second down and 14. Cherokee County loses 4 on the first offensive play of the game. Quarterback going to take a quarterback keeper to the right side. Going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Dropped after a 1-yard gain. Nice reaction defensively by Roverback Eli Williams, the sophomore, 5'11", 152. I was very impressed with him last week, Archie. I think Eli Williams has a bright future.
Oh, absolutely. He has really come on and doing a tremendous job. He's another one of those guys that on the junior high field you kind of saw something coming, and boy, he's really adding to us right here.
Possession down for Cherokee County, 3rd and 13. They need the 28. Ball resting at the 42. Handoff left side. This is the man that they go to when they need something. They got about 3, and that's about it. Again, Keyshawn Woods got back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, and Cherokee County will have to punt the ball away. I say they will have to punt the ball away. They bring their punter into the ball game, but again, this could be a situation where we saw last week in a fake, so the Knights will have to be aware. Stepping back in punt formation is Nate Black, the junior. Up man is a running back. That is Jackson Tevka. Knights have nobody back. Gets the snap, gets the ball away. He puts it down toward the corner. It'll bounce and go into the end zone, I believe, where they're going to mark it. Did they say got it at the 1? No. That man touched it at the end zone boundary, but they're going to mark it at the 1.
No.
It's down at the half-yard line.
Wow.
Where the Knights will take over.
Ben, I hate to question an official early on, but the man that touched the ball's right foot was in the end zone, but we don't have replay.
Well, when he threw it back behind him, it hit the pylon.
But he was in the end zone when he touched it. The coaches over there considering about this.
That's a double whammy.
If anything, I thought it might have been out around the 5 before it bounced in.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Arabian Knights. They had the initial possession at the 9. Now they've got it inside their own 1.
Tough, but hats off to the defense right there.
So it's 1st and 10. Let's see, the Knights are going to have to be cautious coming out of that end zone, and they line up in the shotgun. Single sidecar next to Stevens. He's going to get the ball. That's Mason Ingram, and Ingram gets out to the 4-yard line. Hard running behind the middle of that offensive line for the Knights. Ray Hunter, Joel Gray, and Bryson Trusley. By the way, Hunter has a big task on his hands tonight. Dalton Duncan is a handful at middle guard. In fact, Coach said, Chad, that he may be the best middle guard we'll play all year.
He is a tall drink of water for sure.
So it is a second down call, 2nd down and 7. That to-go marker worked beautiful for one play. Maybe we shouldn't buy one. Rolling out is Stevens on play action. Rolling to the right side, being chased, going to throw it and puts it down in the neighborhood of a receiver, but they were covered, and he didn't really want to get it to Graham Grisham. So it will be 3rd down, possession down for the Knights. So far tonight, Ronnie, or excuse me, I called you Ronnie. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I was just reading Facebook. I've got Uncle Versi Ledbetter in Lumberton, Mississippi said that.
Oh, did it? I was wondering what you were doing. That play, though, as it developed, the Knights are going to have to do a lot of that sprint out to get away from that inside rush.
Absolutely. They're coming at us with everything, and guys are actually doing pretty decent up front, but we have to really have a good offensive set to push them out at all.
3rd and 7. Here's the handoff. Fake it. Quarterback going to keep it the right side. Grabbed by the face, but they didn't get a face mask. We should have had one there, but it wasn't. There's some fisticuffs and a penalty marker going down out around the 10-yard line. Let's see. This time may go against the Knights, but they can't lose much more than they lost. They're down at the 2. Well, the official's pointing in the way of Cherokee County. So the Knights could get a break here. Let's see what the call is. This is going to be a personal foul, dead ball call, and it is going to be against the Arabian Knights. So that will be half the distance. Nope, it's going both ways. So that will negate the penalty. So it will be 3rd down again. No, that was after the fact. So this should be 4th down, I think. It is.
Yeah. Penalties were offsetting.
5:57 to play in the first quarter, and that's going to be our heat timeout, although we really don't need one tonight. 5:57 to play, no score. Knights will have to punt it away from their end zone when we come back on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Big news, North Alabama. Marshall, Morgan, and Coleman Co-ops are now united as one. North Alabama Co-op. Same trusted locations, same great service. Now one strong team. Whether you're servicing acreage for a row crop customer or for your yard, we're here to help you grow. We're proud to serve you because every community member is a member at North Alabama Co-op. North Alabama Co-op, where community meets quality.
Latham's Pharmacy is your community Health Mart pharmacy. Your Latham's Health Mart pharmacist takes the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer any questions that you may have. Serving the healthcare needs of the Arab and Brindley Mountain communities for over 50 years, Latham's Pharmacy offers low prescription prices and everyday savings on over-the-counter medications too. There's a whole lot to like at Latham's Pharmacy in downtown Arab on South Main Street. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Latham's Pharmacy.
Fun 92.7.
Knights punting it out of their own end zone. Loden gets it away from the twin safeties, takes a left-hand turn, and will go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So again, great field position for Cherokee County at the Arabian Night 38-yard line. 2 possessions, and Cherokee County has had the ball in the Arab territory on both possessions.
They have very good field conditions. Arab bowed up the first time and stopped them. We need it right here. The defense is playing very strong and aggressive right now. We can't let this momentum stop.
Well, it's funny, the down marker, the guy that's got the fancy schmancy 10-yard where it says went the wrong way, he set up at the 50. The ball is at the 38, and so it'll be down to the 29 where he needs to get, 28-yard line. Wideouts to the left side, got a flanker that way. Quarterback going to throw it out to that flanker. Pass is complete. We miss a tackle. He gets away, and he's on his horse, and he will be hit at the 25-yard line as he cut it back inside, as that pass went to the inside receiver who was the flanker that time, J.B. Henderson, and Henderson got 14, and a very nice play and possession for a first down for Cherokee County, now at the Arab 25-yard line.
Yeah, we were late getting into coverage.
So it is now 1st and 10 for Cherokee County. Ben Elrod, our sideline reporter, if you'll grab that microphone up by the neck and out by the bottom, will help us out there. Here's a handoff going to that running back, and he'll take it to the house. Wow. He did this last year against the Arabian Knights, and that was just a carbon copy of what Keyshawn Woods does. Takes it in from 23 yards. A good closing block on the outside on the Knights linebacker, cleared it, and I believe that was Asa that did that damage out there. Indeed it was Asa Holbert. That left tackle pulled 6'6", 292, a senior, and I think he is an Auburn commit, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Speaking of Auburn, the first time in the history of Arab football on Fun 92.7, celebrating our 28th birthday today and our 28th birthday of carrying Arab football. We did that first night of our first broadcast, August 29th, 1997, with Coach Hyatt and, or Coach Ship rather, and Gunnersville and Arab played that night, and unfortunately we were not successful. Point after coming, snap is back, kick is up. Almost got blocked. It's through the uprights and good. So with 5:25 to play in the first quarter, we have our first score of the game. It is 7-0 Cherokee County on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Life just got a little better at Jones Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Alicia Rowe, your pharmacist at Jones Discount Pharmacy. We are your local independent pharmacy located at the Northgate Shopping Center. At Jones Pharmacy, our goal is to provide you and your loved ones with fast and convenient care. Stop by and see us and check out our gift shop. Everything is locally made. We also carry football shirts and memorabilia to show your team spirit.
Go see our mommy at Jones Pharmacy.
Your local independent pharmacy.
Southern Ink and Thread is gearing up for this season with new gear. Stop by and see the staff for the same great service of screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, team apparel, invitations, business cards, letterheads, envelopes, programs, laminating, and full-color banners and signs. Copy service is also available in color or black and white. Southern Ink and Thread, 326th Avenue Northwest behind Parkway Pharmacy. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Southern Ink and Thread, not just a print shop.
Arabian Night Football on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7.
Back with you at the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, Warrior Stadium in Center. Cherokee County gets the first points on the board, 7-0. We'll get that update. This is Dylan Kirkland. He got a short kick. He took it at the 15, brings it across the 30, up across the 35, and a nice return all the way out to the 36-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Arabian Knights. Keyshawn Stroop on the stop. Best field position so far. The Knights on offense for their third possession. Let's get a scoring recap right now, brought to you by our friends at Southern Elite Realty and to Coach Jeff Gibbs. What you got, Arch?
Okay, the Warriors, of course, took over after the punt. Only 2 plays, 39 yards. Keshawn Woods, 25-yard touchdown run. Hugh Miller with a kick.
On 1st and 10, Knights on the handoff. This is the freshman running back. I really like how he runs. This young man's going to get some size and is going to be a handful to deal with by this senior year. I can assure you, Ingram. I love the way, Chad, he runs behind his pads.
He runs with confidence too. He's a freshman, but he runs with a lot of confidence.
So it is 2nd down, gain of only a yard, but a hard run. The blocking up front is tentative right now. The Knights are having trouble with those big 3 up front. And now, of course, Cherokee County, as I say that, brings 2 more people up to the line. Throws it across the line of scrimmage. It's picked off. Intercepted by Cherokee County. He's going to be hit right after the interception as Jaquan Diamond came up with it. He's a senior. That was a tip ball, and I want to say that was Duncan that got his hands on it.
That was just a tight end dunk. Little 3-step drop and hit the tight end over the middle, and the linebacker got his hands up and fell right in the hands of Cherokee County's hands and turned over.
Change of possession for the Arabian Knights. And it's so far been Elrod. It looks like the Knights are a bit snake bit. They have given the ball up to Cherokee County in Arab territory on all 3 of their possessions here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they have. They've got to hang in right here and get them a 3 and out and see if we can't get the ball back and have another drive kind of like that first series we had. We just shot ourselves in the foot.
Sideline reports brought to you by Steve Kraft and Kraft Insurance. The Auburn Tigers are in action at Baylor, and we've got a timeout on the field. With 4:38 to play in the first quarter, Warriors lead the Arabian Knights 7-0 on the Fun Media Group Football Network. Let's get a Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Thank you very much as we come back to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth here on the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network. Just a quick observation, Archie. When you give a good team good field position early on, it's a recipe for disaster.
It is a recipe for disaster, and we've just got, this is something that was talked about before the game. We got to keep our composure right here because we played awfully well those first few minutes. We've had a couple of bad breaks here, tip pass, that sort of thing that ends up in an interception, so we just got to keep our composure right here.
1st and 10 for Cherokee County. Handoff. Nope, he pulls it, going to throw it out to the big tight end. He's got it at the 40. He's inside to the 30, and nice one-on-one tackle. Arabian Nights, that young man gave up about a foot and a half inside. Caden Coleman, the freshman wide receiver, got it, and the Arabian Nights the Arabian Nights were right there to chase him with Christian Price, the senior defensive back at 6'1", 153. Good tackle that time in the open field. 1st and 10, Cherokee County got 16 on that one. Here's the handoff going to Keyshawn Woods. Keyshawn's going to be hit and plowed down. That first hit caused the helmet to come off the Arabian Nights' Eli Williams, but right there to close him out on a nice stop. Right behind him for the Arabian Nights was Dallas Helton, the junior linebacker, 5'9", 167. He stuck it to him.
Back to that previous play, the wide receiver did a clean-out route, and the tight end just come out in the flat, and our defensive back right there is a no-man's land, and he got leveled.
2nd and 10 for Cherokee County. They're at the AREP 24-yard line. They're on the near side hash mark, moving left to right as you listen. Late in the first quarter. Handoff, Keyshawn Johnson. Nope, quarterback's going to pull it. Coming this way, he's going to get to the 20, and it'll be rushed out of bounds at that spot. As that time, the quarterback just took the ball and tucked it and ran. That was Adam Griffin, the junior. You know, Adam Griffin last year took over when their senior quarterback went out with an ACL in the third quarter of their game at ARAB. And that young man, as a sophomore, took him all the way to the state championship game. So this is a young quarterback that can really run this football team. Hard count, Knights jump. We get our first flag of the night. Hey, that's a miracle, Archie. First flag of the night with 4:07 to play in the first quarter.
34 flags last week. It was just really crazy. Any momentum that any team could build was difficult. Unfortunately, this flag goes against us.
So the Knights encroachment 5 yards, and that will be a first down for Cherokee County in the red zone at the ARAB 14-yard line. Big hello to Ronnie Shoemate. He's recovering from a little minor surgery, and here he's doing well. So, Ronnie, we miss you, and I hope your son's doing well at Huntsville Hospital. Our prayers with him. He's been in the hospital all week. 1st and 10 for Cherokee County. Quarterback takes a step, throws an interception. Pick going the other way. 30, 35. He ducks inside. 40. He breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. He may go. He's at the 40. There's a nice block. No flags. No flags. Arabian Nights. Touchdown Knights. And as I say that, behind the flag, nope, is this here the Wall County? No, there is a flag at the 48-yard line after the interception and the touchdown run by Landon Ertl. But let's check the flag. It's probably a block in the back, and this will come back.
I'm doing some sign language here. It looks like it's going to be a face mask penalty. I hope it's against Cherokee County.
It's tripping against ARAB. Tripping. You don't see that often, but when you see it, most of the time it's pretty obvious and blatant. They don't call that one unless it's pretty obvious.
And the bad thing about that, it was about 20 yards behind the ball.
Exactly. Wow. Well, the coach promised me this crew is not from Etowah County. This is a good crew, by the way. There's several. There's three, I think, that worked state championship games last year. This is a good crew, and that, I think, was a good call. But that was in a whole mosh of people, so somebody getting tripped doesn't surprise me. So let's see the mark-off from the 48.
There was a lot of activity, and he was doing a great job of trying to get some blocks and be able to take it to the house. He was doing everything he could, but at times, boy, there was a cluster of folks all together.
Landon Ertl in the past two games has really come on stronger than anybody, I think, anticipated. This young man's a baller. So the interception stands, and the Knights take over at their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10, on a tripping call on the touchdown return after interception by Landon Ertl. So let's see if the Knights can parlay this into a tie game. 3:47, high snap. That is directly into John Loden's hand. Loden's looking to the right side. He's going to lose about 7. Penalty marker goes into the fray. I believe I saw a penalty marker go down. Was that? Nope, that was a penalty marker. I thought I saw some. I think that's a face mask.
Yep.
It is a face mask against Cherokee County. So the head linesman gave the call from the ARAB bench that time. Could that be a little make good? Could it? Just asking.
Maybe.
Could be.
I know we've had more than one high snap, though, so we got to get a handle on that.
Indeed, we had several last week. So the fraction occurred 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and let's see, the walk-off will be 5 yards, but it will remain first down, so it will be 1st and 5 for the Arabian Knights, and the ball is at their own 38-yard line. 3:35 to play the first quarter. Cherokee County has a 7-0 lead. They've had the ball 3 times inside the ARAB 40 to start this game. Here's Loden. He slipped down on the turf. He goes down on his own, loss of 2. That one, he tried to make a cut, and it's that time of night, Chad, that it gets a little slick out there. The sun is set. The dew is beginning to rise, if you would, with the humidity, and that may have caused that.
Yeah, it's just he got tackled by the turf monster on that play right there.
Loss of 2 still brings up 2nd down and 7. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Knights in the Wildcat. New man in the back of that Wildcat, and he's kind of come forward. That is carried by Mason Ingram, the freshman, and he got a good head of steam and got about 10 yards, but that's going to be short by a yard. It'll be 3rd down and a yard for the Arabian Knights at Cherokee at their own 42-yard line. They need the 43. Kirkland going wide to the right side, tight end to the left, and we have the Wildcat again with Ingram deep. Here's the snap. Ingram going to go off right guard. He got a nice hold over the first down. First down yardage across the 46 to the 40, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Drag those chains for a Citizens Bank and Trust. Arabian Knight first down. Jaquan Diamond, the senior, defensive back there to make the stop.
Nothing fancy, just right up the middle, just hard-nosed football.
Ben Elrod, the Knights employing a lot of running the clock and a lot of running the ball thus far.
Yeah, they're wanting to establish ball control with a long drive here and eat up some clock here.
On 1st and 10, Knights changing the play, but they're in the they're in the Wildcat. And again, this is Ingram. He's got a big hole in the tackle. He's at the 40. Ingram in a foot race at the 35, the 30, the 25, and hauled down at the 23-yard line from behind by the fastest man on Cherokee County's team. And he's a track star, Tatum Perry.
He's running down from behind. That's about the 12-yard line, about the 21-yard line. Very good run right up the middle by
They spotted at the 22, 1st and 10, Arabian Knights Citizens Bank and Trust, 1st and 10, longest run of the night for the Knights from scrimmage. Again, out of the Wildcat, this time it's Loden. Loden at right tackle, spins away, breaks the tackle, down to the 10, down to the 9, drag those chains again. Another Arabian Knights Citizens Bank and Trust in the red zone. 1st and goal, I'm going to call it. I don't think it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Why is it all season thus far when we get a 1st and goal, it's at the 10?
It's on the wrong side of it.
Boy, I'll tell you. They're going quick. Hurry-up offense. Wide to the right side for the Knights this time. Goes Graham Grisham. Snap. Loden. Right tackle. Gets a block. Above it. He'll go in. And a penalty marker goes down behind the play. Son of a gun.
In the vicinity of holding or chop.
That was cheap, and it's holding. Who was there to hold? There's nobody there. 2 yellow shirts and nobody there.
Wow.
That's a cheap call. I'm sorry. I was lied to about this officiating crew. That was cheap. And I don't get mad at officials very often. In 28 years. There's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
Excuse me, folks, that's a bullshit call.
Got a holding penalty against the Knights.
Wow. I normally don't get upset at officials. I truly don't. But that was home cooking on the fireplace, in the frying pan. So a 5-yard penalty for holding back to the 21, loading up the middle again. He's got good running. He's going to get some of that back down inside to the 13-yard line. Being hauled now. Now that was hits after the whistle and no flag. Boy, this is getting ugly from the officiating standpoint. And again, this is probably the first time in 20 years I've had to mention it. But not very fair.
A-Rab just needs to maintain composure, keep doing what they're doing, just pound the ground. Reminds me of a coach you had about 4 or 5 stanzas ago. Always ball control and run the ball. Had a very good approach to it.
Well, that's what Coach Routon wants to do and shorten the game with that clock. We're inside a minute in the first quarter. Knights looking to tie this one. This is out of, again, the Wildcat formation. Ingram's going to carry it inside the 10 down to around the 8-yard line, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from that spot. 3rd and goal from they said his knee hits the ground at the 10. So just inside the 10, 3rd and goal. Knights need to put 6 on the board here, try to tie this game. Clock running instead of 30 seconds. And the Knights are going to have to run a play before this quarter ends. So let's see what they decide to do. They've got Loden and the Wildcat, double blockers behind the guards. Snap, going to go up the middle, take it outside, tucked it inside the 5, and he's going to be met and blocked and knocked down, rather, at that point as Loden got down to the 5. It is Loden, I was told, so I'm going by that. That was Asa Holbert in on defense to make the play, and that's the end of the first quarter. Knights have a big 4th and goal coming from the 6-yard line on the far end of the field when we come back on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
For primetime flooring for whatever you need, find the best deals at Parkway Flooring on the Parkway. Check out the latest wood, vinyl, tile, or carpet. 100% pet-proof and kid-proof vinyl flooring, durable enough to stand up to anything life dishes out. All at money-saving prices. Now is the time to floor up and save money. All at Parkway Flooring, 2626 North Brindley Mountain Parkway. Call 256-586-3435 for free estimates and more information. Parkway Flooring on the Parkway.
Never forget in everything we do.
Premier Family Care has a new way to enhance your healthcare experience with a new, more efficient scheduling system. Say goodbye to long waits. Now, scheduled appointments mean you're seen faster, more efficiently with focused one-on-one time with caring healthcare providers. Walk-ins are welcome. Premier Family Care is located in Arab and Blentsville on Main Street and in Gunnersville at 1407 Blunt Avenue, accepting most insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. Premier Family Care.
Arabian Night Football, live from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth on Fun 92.7 FM and HD1.
Back with you at the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth in Cherokee County, Center, Alabama. Cherokee County Warriors, Arabian Knights. Pretty good first quarter for the Warriors, and then the Knights come bounding back. Chad Robertson, 2 touchdowns for the Arabian Knights tonight, called back on penalties.
Yeah, that's on the wrong side of the penalty for the Arab Knights here, and they just announced on the PA that the clock will be kept on the field because they're having technical difficulties out of the time clock.
How convenient. We got a field goal attempt coming up. Kirkland will attempt from the 12. This will be a 22-yarder. Snap is back. Placement is down. The kick is up. The kick looks no good. It took a shank wide left. So again, the Knights come away without points, and Cherokee County will take over on their own 20-yard line when we come back on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Buying or selling a home is a major life decision, but it can be stress-free with a dedicated professional realtor. Diane Prestridge with Better Homes and Gardens, the premier agency. With years of real estate experience and several designations, Diane Prestridge makes buying or selling your home a pleasant experience. Call 256-505-7870 or visit her office on North Main Street. Diane Prestridge, your trusted realtor for the Arab area.
Fall means Friday Night Lights, and at Marshall Therapy and Sports Rehab, we're proud to be a part of your team. Whether it's a sports injury, surgery recovery, or getting back in the game of life, our experts are here to help. From physical therapy to cardiac rehab and speech therapy, we're with you every step of the way. With locations in Gunnersville and Boaz, visit mmcenters.com and find therapy under the services tab to learn more.
Handoff out of the backfield, going to the running back. That is Keyshawn Woods at left and he'll get across the 25 to the 31-yard line. 11-yard gain on the play. Tackle was made for the Arabian Knights by Christian Price, and that is a Cherokee County first down. Clock is being kept on the field. How convenient. 7-0, Cherokee County is leading. They have the ball, double wing to the right, or single wing with a double slot to the right side to give it to Chicon Woods. He looks like he's going to run out of the end of the stadium. Crosses the 45 across midfield, and the Knights safety man had to make the stop. That was Dallas Helton, and he had help with Landon Ertl. So all of a sudden they've unleashed Keyshawn, and Keyshawn Woods shows what he's capable of doing. He's an all-state running back, folks. He's very good. Knights in a six-man front now. Wide out to the right side. They've got a double flanker situation, actually an H-back and a flanker that way. They've only attempted one pass tonight. Penalty marker goes down. Somebody moved for Cherokee County, and this will be a 5-yard penalty, or did the play clock run? Somebody moved. So it's against the Warriors. Ben Alrod, the feeling on the sideline, because there's got to be a little bit of frustration over some of these calls thus far in this game.
Lots of frustration right now. We're flat, and we just got to maintain right now. Just maintain.
I think it's critical, Archie, that we keep Cherokee County from scoring on this drive.
Well, it's very critical, but at the same time, I mean, they're doing what they can do. The one that scares me is little number 3 who caught that pass a while ago. He's very elusive. He was hard for us to tackle. They're going to look at that film over and over, and then Woods is doing about the same
flanker
thing.
Screen out to the man you're talking about, Archie Anderson. That is J.V. Henderson.
They got him that time.
And they did. They cornered him in. He's a junior. They've seen that on film. I saw that on film. They ran that 3 times against Piedmont last week.
Zach Hallman stayed at home and tackled him on contact.
So it'll be second down and a gain of 3 on the flanker screen. Knights sniffed it out nicely. Second down and 7. They've watched the film as well. I have no idea where we are in the second quarter because they're keeping the time on the field. The scoreboard was working just fine in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Handoff to Woods. Left tackle. He's tackled as he crosses the 45 and lays out to about the 43-yard line. Zach Helton, the linebacker, 5'9", 167 junior, was there to make the stop. So 3rd and 3, 3rd and short for Cherokee County. They're in 4-down territory, especially with their running game. Quarterback does a great job of getting these plays off very, very quickly. That is Adam Griffith, and Griffith steps into the shotgun out of the spread formation. Again, trips to the right side. Griffith going to throw down the field, has a man, and he dropped it. Nope, he got it on the bobble. It looked like he was dropping the ball, and he caught it and maintained position on the bobble. Ethan Glass, the senior tight end, and that's got a Cherokee County first down at the Arab 20. Well, Cherokee County has pitched a tent in Arab territory in this first half.
They have. We're very fortunate when we got 7 hung on right now.
First and 10, Cherokee County getting up to the line of scrimmage. Here comes motion behind the quarterback. They're going to give it to the motion man on the sweep. There's a block in the back. Didn't get called. He's caught and trapped in the backfield, and the Knights are going to close in on him and make him the tackle will be Paxton Phillips. Did we get a flag?
Over on the line.
Finally.
Over on the line. But it wasn't a foul we saw.
I think it's holding, and indeed it is. That's what sprung the play. We saw a block in the back, but the holding call sprung the play, so this will be a holding 10-yard penalty against Cherokee County, and this will back them up to about the 30-yard line. Folks, at halftime, very special halftime report coming up courtesy of Marshall County Gas District. A recap of first half action and a rundown of all the games in progress on our Gilbert and Ball 14 game scoreboard. Ken and the crew, Cody and Jeremiah, keeping us up to date. We'll have another Gilbert and Ball Ford scoreboard on our next time out. And we're also keeping up with several college games tonight. Auburn trailing Baylor 3-0 last. We had it in the first. Here's the snap, counter play, right side. Keyshawn Woods going to cut it back the other way, and he's got daylight. He's at the 20. He is tripped up at the 20-yard line, and that was a I got to get him or else tackle by Christian Price, and they got him down near the 15-yard line. So it will be a gain of about 14 yards, but it will still bring up a 2nd down and 6 for Cherokee County.
He did all that himself. He started right and ended up left.
And that time, Ben Elrod, the pursuit defensively was perfect for the Knights, but boy, Keyshawn can turn it on a dime.
And that's what I was going to say. The pursuit was too good. It leaves the cutback open every time, and he's good enough back. He sees the cutback.
Ben Elrod has our sideline reports brought to you by Steve Kraft and the Kraft Insurance Agency. On first down, Griffith going to hand it off. New running back in the game, going to take it out to the right side, gets a block on the corner, gets across the 10 and down to near the 6-yard line as Jayshon Stroop, not Keyshawn, but Jayshon Stroop was the man that made that carry, and he gets about 9, and that'll be first and goal for Cherokee County inside the Arab 6-yard line. I'm going to guess we've got about 9 minutes, maybe 8.5 to go in this first half. The scoreboard clock, which was performing flawlessly in the first quarter, they decided to turn it off and keep the time on the field here in the second quarter. Shot clock down to 10. Handoff. Keyshawn Woods going to take it up the middle, driving some people with him. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. That is a whole new aspect of Keyshawn Woods. We saw him break tackles last year. He is elusive, but his strength, lower body strength, took 3 Arabian Knights into the end zone with him.
He just run right over us, right into the end zone. Tremendous strength.
So Cherokee County is up now 13-0 with the point after touchdown coming. This will be Hugh Miller to attempt. The quarterback will hold. Nope, that's Cooper Allen. He is a backup quarterback. He will hold. 13-0, and the Florida State band cranks it up with the tomahawk chop. Here's the snap. Placement is down. Kick is up in the air. He shanked it. No good. Wide left. Your score remains Cherokee County 13, Arab nothing. We'll be back for more first half action after this on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
You're not happy until you're eating at Grumpy's. Located in the Northgate Shopping Center, Grumpy's is serving up fresh, made daily pizza, pasta, and chicken salad that'll put a smile on anyone's face. Now with an extended family menu, perfect for dine-in or takeout. Call 256-931-2335 to order today. Open Monday through Thursday till 8 and Friday and Saturday till 8:30. Get happy with Grumpy's Pizza and Pasta.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, General Manager of North Country Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Arab, Alabama. Now, when you think of Arab, there's 2 things you need to think of as part of a winning team. That is the Arab Knights and North Country. So, folks, if you want to be part of a winning team, make the short drive here to Arab, where you can save thousands of dollars on a new or pre-owned automobile. 0% financing going on, over $15,000, and over 300 units in stock. It's going to save you money. We would like to wish the Arab Knights good luck this year, and I'll see you soon.
Back with you on the Fun Media Group Football Network. Whistles on the kickoff as the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth rocking with this music tonight on the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network. They'll have to kick it again. Let's get a scoring recap on that last drive from Southern Elite Realty. And Archie Anderson, what we got, bud?
9 plays, 80 yards for Cherokee County as Woods goes in the end zone from 6 yards out. The kick was no good, and Cherokee County is on top by a score of 13-0 here. About the first quarter or so of the quarter.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Both Kirklands are deep for the Arabian Knights after that procedure penalty on the kickoff against Cherokee County. And again, Miller will kick it off. He's a pretty good kicker, but he shanked that extra point. I think that was more on the hole, Chad. I think that hole was bobbled, and he just kicked the ball while the ball was slanted, and it shanked to the left.
I think you're correct. We had a good return last time. Let's get another good return.
Here's the kick. He's going to dribble it on the ground, and the Knights are going to fall on it alertly. That was Christian Price, the senior defensive back on the kickoff team. He'll drop down on it at the 42-yard line. This is the best offensive possession that the Arabian Knights have field position-wise so far tonight, Arch.
I'm telling you, this hopefully will help a little bit, give us a little room to breathe, if you will. But, we've mentioned this, that the guys have been adjusting all year. I'll say all year going into this year, just a crazy fall practice, obviously without Luke Hudson tonight. We're also missing Griffin Lee. He is out on defense. He's over there in a sling himself. So the injuries and sickness continue to play with us a little bit.
Nick Stevens on the handoff going up the middle. Good block at left guard and crossing midfield and going into Cherokee County territory is Mason Ingram, the freshman running back. They list him 5'8", 150. He's running at about 6 foot 190 right now. He is really putting some muscle behind those carries, Chad.
He really is, and that first step is so quick.
Like to see that. You know, ironically, last year the Knights played without 3 of their key people. Tonight we're playing Cherokee County again without 2 key people.
At least 2.
Exactly. Here's the handoff up the middle, and that's going to be close to a first down again. That is Ingram, and he'll get to the 45-yard line in Cherokee County territory. Black was the man that made the stop. Very active linebacker. He wears the number 8 on that gold jersey, well, the yellow jersey with the black numeral. It's very easy to stand out, but he's a very active linebacker.
There are one thing I'm noticing here also, Michael, they're letting the play extend. Look at when they get stood up, look how long the whistle comes in after.
Interesting comment. Here's the handoff to Ingram. Again, he's got the first down. That's a Citizens Bank and Trust first down at the 43-yard line. Hard running at left tackle. And give credit over there on that left side that time. That was Joel Gray and Stafford Willis that opened up enough of a seam that Ingram just plowed through there and has another Citizens Bank and Trust first down at the Cherokee County 43. We've got about 6 minutes to play, the time being kept on the field. Cherokee County on top of this one, 13-0, getting points off a turnover early and having great field position all half long. Here's Ingram straight ahead. He got about 4. You know, the lower he runs against Cherokee County, their defensive line is coming high, if you would. They're not staying low, and Ingram is taking advantage of that.
He's going right in between them, looks zigzagging through there.
And Ben Elrod, it looks like you're clearing some blocks over there, buddy.
Well, if we can stay engaged on our offensive line, on our man, and somebody hop off there and pick up that number 8, Ingram gets positive yardage every time.
Sideline reports brought to you by Kraft Insurance Agency and Steve Kraft. Here's the handoff up the middle. Again, Ingram. This poor guy is going to be wore out. And you're right, Archie Anderson, a shoestring tackle that time by Duncan, the middle guard. Duncan is a handful. He's got to be an all-state player. He's an outstanding athlete. We've got a heat timeout. So it is at the 5-minute mark. We know that now. Of the first half in the second quarter. Your score 13-0 Cherokee County. Back after this on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Owen Home Appliance Center has the appliances you want at prices matching their competitors. Find new appliances from well-known brands like GE, Frigidaire, Electrolux, and Hotpoint, along with scratch and dent and gently used appliances to fit your budget. Owen Home Appliance also carries comfortable Franklin furniture recliners made in Houston, Mississippi, located on the left at the end of the 231 detour at Cateco, or at the end of the Cateco Floret Road. Quality products, quality service, quality pricing. It's in the name. Owen Home Appliance Center.
Attention football fans, are you ready to make a move in the real estate game? Look no further than the trusted experience of Scott and Terry Hagan with the Hagan team of realtors at Southern Elite Realty, your local real estate team with a winning strategy. Just like the Arab Knights on the field, we know the importance of teamwork and dedication. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking to upgrade, or maybe even downsize, the Hagan team of realtors has a playbook tailored just for you. Make a winning move and call the Hagan team of realtors at 256-673-1223. We are ready to tackle all of your real estate goals and help you achieve success on and off the field.
Now, back to the game on Fun 92.7.
Back with you at Warrior Stadium here at Bobby Joe Johnson Field. Third down and 4. Knights possession down in Cherokee County territory at the 37. Cherokee County showing 8 up front. Knights are changing the play. Stevens is your quarterback. The lone running back is Mason Ingram. He's carried the load tonight. He's going to get it again up the middle. He's got big yardage. He's across the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle that time by Keyshawn Thomas, the junior safety. Otherwise, Ingram would have been at the lake, probably on a boat by the time that run was over.
Mason Ingram is already up to 88 yards and 15 carries. He has come so far from that first game, getting over a little bit over those freshman jitters just a little bit. I also have to mention Wesley Holland out there, 24. He is, when he's kind of to that side, he puts a lot of muscle in there for us.
Caleb Campbell comes into the ball game.
We got an injury.
Junior, 6'1", 285, and we have a lineman being helped off the field. Ben, help us out here. Who we got?
Bryson Trusley, junior, 6'3", 240. We're going to miss that.
Yep, and he's not putting any pressure on that left leg. None whatsoever. So Campbell is in for Trusley. 1st and 10, Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down. Ball at the 30-yard line. Knight's trying to put something on the board. Throws it well over the head. Incomplete. He got in a hurry because he had that flanker, that slot receiver open. Kirkland just is not 8 foot tall. He couldn't catch the ball.
I'm just proud nobody was standing behind Kirkland.
Good point. So it is 2nd down for the Arabian Knights in Cherokee County territory. They've been there 3 times tonight with no points. 2 touchdowns have been called back. I think this game would be even. 2nd down and 10. The Knights now go to the Wildcat. Loden in the ball game with a load to carry. He'll stand at his own 36, or excuse me, the Cherokee 36. Here's going to take it. He looks it over. He's going to take it off left guard that time. And we'll drive it down to about the 28-yard line for a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Coming up tonight, it is the Marshall County Gas District Halftime Report, a recap of first half action and a rundown of all the games now in progress from our Gilbert and Balford in-game scoreboard, which we will check with when we have our next break here. Down inside of 4 minutes now. Knights need to put something on the board in the second half. Cherokee will snap over the head of Stevens, and he'll just have to run back to check that. That was Mason and Ingram, and Ingram couldn't get it, and it's all the way back to the 40. We can't be doing that, Chad, and we've had that happen now 2 games in a row.
Yeah, we got to get
a bunch.
We got to get that worked out. We keep on shooting ourselves in the foot, making good drives, getting down the field, and either get a penalty or snap over the head. We got to get this worked out.
4th down and 20. Knights at the Cherokee County 40. I'm hoping we punt this ball away. They're letting the clock run down before they make a decision. It may take a timeout here. But we're within probably 3.5, 4 minutes left in this first half. Coach Routon may want to throw the dice here. He may want to roll them. And timeout AREP. And we'll take it with him. Let's get a People's Bank of Alabama, let's get a Gilbert and Balford in-game scoreboard right now.
Jeremiah Williamson with your Gilbert and Balford in-game scoreboard. Brindley Mountain up 27-0 on Vena. Woodville holding a 28-0 lead over Cherokee. Gunnersville up 14-7 on Fort Payne. Fairview holding a 6-point lead. It's 20-14 over Springville. And then Albertville 3-0 over Boaz. Back to you.
Thank you very much. The Auburn Tigers have a lead 7-3 in Waco over Baylor there in the second quarter. That game is on ESPN. Here's the snap on the punt. Loden gets it away, skies it. It'll bounce at the 20, roll to the 10, picked up. They're going to try to return it. It's all white jerseys around the return man. That is, you guessed it. It's him. And again, that time, Keyshawn couldn't bring it back except for a couple of yards. He was surrounded by the men in white. By the way, tonight, Knights were resplendent in a white out. White jerseys over white pants, those white helmets. Blue numerals with the chevrons in blue and the blue stripes down the pants, the single stripe down the helmet, the A on the left side of the helmet, and the clear spot on the right. So Cherokee County gets the ball, 1st and 10. We're around the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Again, the time being kept for some reason on the field here in the second quarter, even though the scoreboard operated flawlessly in the first. Can you say shenanigans? Can you spell shenanigans?
I'm just proud we said shenanigans.
Here's the handoff instead of something else. It goes to Keyshawn, and Keyshawn Adams is going to get across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Hallman's going to make the stop there. It'll be gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Halftime tonight, we'll go over a lot of those scores. A lot of college games going on right now. Hopefully we'll get some of those scores on as well in our Gilbert Balford in-game scoreboard. Haven't heard anything yet from Scottsboro and North Jackson. That's a good game up north. Here's the handoff up the middle, and Keyshawn Adams is going to be hit, stood up, and dropped. That perhaps the best tackle of the night on him, and that was just right in your face from Landon Ertl.
Very good. Stopped him right here, 3rd and 1. Very good play by Landon Ertl. He may want another Sophia's dinner.
Yep. He's got one coming to him already. 3rd down and a yard. Let's see if the Knights can hold Cherokee County on this play. They bunch it up. They'll hand it to Keyshawn. We shot the gap, and Keyshawn shot right by him. 30, 35, 36-yard line. Loudon is going to make the stop. John Loudon. And it is going to be 1st and 10 for Cherokee County. They had it 3rd and 1. They got 12.
We shot the gap about a half a second too fast, and he just run right by us.
So it is a first down for Cherokee County. They're continuing to move the ball. 13-0 is your score. Warriors have the lead over the Arabian Knights. Again, 2 touchdowns for the Knights been called back tonight. Wide to the right side, they've got a single receiver. He's a freshman out there. Handoff in the backfield. Hit, and the guy actually ran into his own man. He ran into Asa. And Asa is nothing you want to run into on a football field. And the stop that time was Helton, got Jay-Sean Stroop. So we got Keyshawn, we got Jay-Sean. Must be a lot of Seans in this area. 2nd down and 9 after a half-a-yard gain. Clock continues to run. Cherokee County in no hurry to get this play off. Quarterback looks him over, single sidecar by him, back to pass, going to throw underneath. Tight end's got it, across the 40, steps outside and knocked out of bounds by Zach Hallman up around the 44-yard line. That was a very easy plan. That's called the tight end screen, Ben. He brings that tight end right down the line of scrimmage, dumps him the ball, and he's got those 3 receivers on this side running interference.
Yeah, we got to watch out right here for the play action and the home run right here.
3rd down and 2. I think they'll keep it on the ground. I think they want to maintain the first down and run the clock. Wide out to the right side this time goes Ethan Glass. He's in the slot. Over there wide left is J.V. Henderson. He's the damage guy rolling out. He's looking downfield. He's going to run, going to throw it. He may have thrown it after he crossed the line of scrimmage. Are we going to get that call?
I was thinking the same thing, but he had the first down if he just tucked and run it, but he didn't.
He did not. The pass was incomplete. He just threw it all out of bounds. I thought as he threw the ball, that front foot was over the line of scrimmage, but no call. Now this is interesting. Look where the down marker is. It's at the 49 or at the 44. They marked the ball at the 46.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
What the hoot?
That ain't. Somebody's got to say something.
Somebody did get their attention on that.
Thank you.
They moved it too.
Yeah, the umpire came in and said, that ain't where it is. He was the one that spotted it originally. Just look over at the down marker. It'll tell you where to spot the ball. 4th down. Cherokee County going to go for it in their own territory at the 44, but they'll take a timeout before they do it. We'll take it with them, 13-0.
And the Warriors
lead late in the first half on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Big appliances like dryers and dishwashers put out heat when they're in use. Running these at night helps keep your AC from fighting too many battles at once. At Arab Electric Cooperative, we help you find more ways to save energy, save money, and help the environment. So small savings today leads to big savings tomorrow. This energy-efficient message is brought to you by Arab Electric Cooperative, serving farm, home, and industry since 1947.
A&D Motors, we got the right used cars you can trust. Come take a drive.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Harlow, your hometown car gal. You don't have to drive far to find a great deal. At A&D Motors, we're your locally owned, buy here, pay here dealership for over 30 years, and we stand behind every vehicle we sell. Finance with us and get a free limited warranty. Visit the car gals at A&D Motors on the Parkway in Arab, your one-stop dealership.
So come on down, let's take a spin with A&D Motors. You sure to win.
The Arabian Nights exclusively on Fun 92.7.
After a timeout, Coach Kelly wants to punt it. They do. Fair catch call for. Bobble dropped and then recovered. Ooh, close. Chase Kirkland recovered quickly. So the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They hold Cherokee County outside the midfield stripe. And the change of possession tonight brought to you by Morgan Family Practice and Team Dr. Bo Morgan. Take possession of your health with an annual physical at Morgan Family Practice, Golfview Drive, Arab, Alabama. From the Tech Restoration broadcast booth, Michael St. John, Archie Anderson subbing in for Ronnie Shoemate, Chad Robertson and Ben Elrod giving you the call at tonight's game from the banks of the Weiss. And it's 1st and 10 Arab. Let's see, we've probably got about 2 minutes to work with. Quarterback Stevens going to hand it off. This is Ingram, and Mason Ingram is going to get penalty marker goes down late, and we may have a hold there. As that looked to be a little entanglement, and I'm not complaining about that call. So let's hold the phone after a 5-yard gain. And the
face mask.
Face mask. The umpire called that. And he threw the flag where you might see holding, Ben Elrod, but we got a face mask penalty.
Yeah, they had the scrum of people right there. Late guy came in and grabbed the face mask.
5-yard penalty will give the Arabian Knights a Citizens Bank 1st and 10 via penalty tonight for the first time. Nick Stevens is your quarterback. Ball up at the 36-yard line, middle of the field. Knights moving left to right late in the first half. Hand off to Ingram. I'll tell you, Ingram he's got to be over 100 yards, Archie. He just got 6.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see, they're going to put it down at the 40. 99.
99 yards. I knew he had to be close. Odin Lambert, tight end freshman, 6'4", 212, checks in for the Arabian Knights. Knights moving a wide out to the left side. Got a flanker that way. That's Kirkland wide. Hand off again. That's Ingram up the middle. Good hole. He's across the 45, and then that safety comes flying in there to make the stop. That was Black. And that young man has great reaction. I love to see a ball player play like that. We got a timeout on the field for the Arabian Knights. We'll take it for the station on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Latham's Pharmacy is your community Health Mart pharmacy. Your Latham's Health Mart pharmacist takes the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer any questions that you may have. Serving the healthcare needs of the Arab and Brindley Mountain communities for over 50 years, Latham's Pharmacy offers low prescription prices and everyday savings on over-the-counter medications too. There's a whole lot to like at Latham's Pharmacy in downtown Arab on South Main Street. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Latham's Pharmacy.
1st and 10. Arabian Knights have the ball. This is the quarterback. Stevens going to pull it, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nice thought, didn't go anywhere. Coming to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, high atop the press box at Warrior Stadium, and a beautiful scene, a beautiful sight for high school football, and an outstanding crowd on the home side for Cherokee County. This is a winning program, and they support it. They have the largest program I have ever bought at a high school football game. It has to be 150 pages. Just an outstanding job. And hospitable, too. Arab brought a modest crowd tonight. Band's going to play at halftime. Here's the handoff in the backfield. And it goes to Ingram. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. And it might be for the best, Ben Elrod, that the Knights just run this one out and get back into the locker room and regroup. They'll have to give the ball to Cherokee County to start the second half.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing, but we've had success moving the ball on the ground tonight. They're just shooting ourselves in the foot.
We've had opportunities, and that's going to be the half. End of the first half, Cherokee County is up 13-0, but the Knights, ifs and wishes, ifs and buts for candy and nuts. You know the story. It could be a tie or better. So let's talk to Coach Kyle Routon. Let's go down to the field, and here's the Steve Kraft sideline report with Ben Elrod. Ben?
All right, Coach, good job moving the ball the first half. Just had some bad breaks and couple questionable calls. Time to go in and back to the drawing board and come out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, those are going to happen on Friday night. You just got to find a way to overcome them and get in the end zone. And we didn't take advantage again. Whenever we're inside the 10, inside the 20 on a field goal, we've got to find a way to get those to go through. We'll see what we can do in the second half.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Ben Elrod. Our sideline reports tonight in every game all season long, brought to you by our friends at the Kraft Insurance Agency and Steve Kraft, your local Kraft Insurance Agency, independent Kraft Insurance Agency representative. And our halftime has arrived. The score is Cherokee County 13, Arab nothing. Now, let's begin the Marshall County Gas District halftime report with a recap of first half action and a rundown of all the games now in progress, both high school and college on this Labor Day weekend, off the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Let's take it back to Jeremiah, Ken, and Cody. Happy halftime, everybody.
As a retired football coach, I know legendary coach Gene Stallings had it right.
There's no such thing as big games and small games. If you don't believe it, just lose one. In football, that's true. In real estate, even truer. Every deal matters, every client matters, every detail matters. So whether it's a cozy fixer-upper or the house HGTV dreams are made of, I'm playing like it's a national championship game. Call me, Jeff Gibbs, with Southern Elite Realty today at 256-640-3085 and go Knights.
Looking to move better, feel stronger, and play your best? Welcome to Play Well Performance, Marshall County's home for expert physical therapy and athletic training. Whether you're recovering from injury or leveling up your game, our team specializes in helping athletes and active adults get back to doing what they love, pain-free and performing at their peak. Come see us for physical therapy or performance training today at 115 Almond Drive. Visit playwellperformance.com or call us at 256-929-6929. Play Well Performance. Move better, live better, play well.
Make your life easier with natural gas appliances. Your Marshall County Gas District reminds you to think about natural gas appliances for your new home or to replace old appliances with the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. Natural gas is the comfortable, efficient answer to lower monthly utility bills. Call your local Marshall County Gas office for more details. Locations in Arab, Albertville, and Gunnersville, or toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Amp up your ride at Volt Automotive and Fabrication, your one-stop shop for everything automotive. From installing the latest Android and Apple CarPlay systems with top-of-the-line amplifiers and subwoofers to remote start, electrical troubleshooting, interior work, new leather, and leather repair. With over 50 years of experience, we've got all your vehicles covered. Our experts are just a phone call away. 256-415-9970. Visit us today at 9069 US 231 Arab. Volt Automotive and Fabrication. Drive in style, drive with us.
As you age, your hormone levels decline, causing unwanted symptoms like moodiness, depression, weight gain, fatigue, insomnia, and night sweats. Marshall Primary Care now offers hormone replacement therapy, which can help reduce hot flashes, increase energy, reduce body fat, and more benefits. Walk-ins and appointments are welcome. Most insurances are accepted, including workman's compensation. Located at 131 Gulfview Drive, call for an appointment at 256-640-8416. Your choice for hometown health care, Marshall Primary Care.
From one season to the other, your garage door takes a beating. Hot, cold, wind, rain, plus it's continuously in use. Time for a new garage door or a fix on an old reliable? CCM Garage Doors sells and maintains all makes and models of garage doors. 24-hour on-call service. 3 years parts and labor warranty along with free estimates. CCM Garage Doors is Better Business Bureau accredited. Don't fight the ups and downs of an aging garage door. Call Chris at 256-572-9170. CCM Garage Doors. Online at ccmgaragedoors.com.
Step into a world of charm at Carolyn's Antiques and Vintage on First in downtown Arab. Discover barnwood tables, elegant vintage furniture, and one-of-a-kind collectibles. Even new man cave must-haves. Whether you're decorating your home or hunting for that perfect gift, you'll find timeless treasures waiting for you. Visit Carolyn's Antiques and Vintage on First, where every piece tells a story. Come find your next treasure today.
Latham's Pharmacy is your community Health Mart pharmacy. Your Latham's Health Mart pharmacist takes the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer any questions that you may have. Serving the healthcare needs of the Arab and Brindley Mountain communities for over 50 years, Latham's Pharmacy offers low prescription prices and everyday savings on over-the-counter medications too. There's a whole lot to like at Latham's Pharmacy in downtown Arab on South Main Street. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Latham's Pharmacy.
Arabian Night Football, live from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth on Fun 92.7 FM and HD1.
This is Jeremiah Williamson with your Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard here at halftime. Arab down 13-0 against Cherokee County. Some other scores around the state. Addison over Decatur Heritage, currently winning that one 37-0. Athens over Buckhorn. Buckhorn up 10-3 on Athens. Austin leading Decatur 17-0 currently. Boaz and Albertville locked up at 3. Priceville over Brewer 12-0. Woodville big lead over Cherokee. They're up 28-0. Fort Payne and Gunnersville. Gunnersville holds that one 14-10 currently. Lee and Bob Jones. Bob Jones holding a big lead over Lee. That is currently 37-0. 2-7. So Bob Jones looking good against Lee. North Jackson and Scottsboro, that's a big one. Scottsboro holds the 14-0 lead there. And the Pisgah-Fife game, Pisgah up 6-0. West End over Sandrock 21-8. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa went leading their game 28-0 over Sparkman. Valley Head and Section currently tied at 0. Brindley Mountain, big lead for them, 27-0 over Vena. And that is all your scores we have currently. We will keep you updated throughout the night on the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard.
Make your life easier with natural gas appliances. Your Marshall County Gas District reminds you to think about natural gas appliances for your new home or to replace old appliances with the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. Natural gas is the comfortable, efficient answer to lower monthly utility bills. Call your local Marshall County Gas office for more details. Locations in Arab, Albertville, and Gunnersville, or toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
The new normal really isn't that new when you stop and think about it. Basically, we're still after the same things. Protecting our families, preparing for the future, and trying to make it all fit into the budget. I'm Jeff Morgan from Country Financial. We've been helping people achieve those three important things for close to 100 years, no matter what the current normal, and we'll still be doing it for years to come. I'm Jeff Morgan. Call me at 256-586-6058 to take the first step towards normal.
Delightful.
It's delicious.
At Milner's Dairy Delight, our customers say it for us.
Soft serve ice cream and thick homemade shakes, better than any fast food chain.
Good food and the prices are very reasonable. Their staff is so nice.
If you want a great tasting burger, then Milner's Dairy Delight will suit your taste buds.
Jumbo cheeseburgers, the best club sandwich.
Ham sandwich, chef salad, chicken strips, foot-long hot dogs.
Milner's menu has it all.
Hi, I'm Bland Milner. It's an honor for our family to serve your family the finest steaks and coolest treats at Milner's Dairy Delight.
Big news, North Alabama. Marshall, Morgan, and Coleman Co-ops are now united as one. North Alabama Co-op. Same trusted locations, same great service. Now one strong team. Whether you're servicing acreage for a row crop customer or for your yard, we're here to help you grow. We're proud to serve you because every community member is a member at North Alabama Co-op. North Alabama Co-op, where community meets quality.
Life just got a little better at Jones Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Alicia Rowe, your pharmacist at Jones Discount Pharmacy. We are your local independent pharmacy located at the Northgate Shopping Center. At Jones Pharmacy, our goal is to provide you and your loved ones with fast and convenient care. Stop by and see us and check out our gift shop. Everything is locally made. We also carry football shirts and memorabilia to show your team spirit.
Go see our mommy at Jones Pharmacy.
Your local independent pharmacy.
Southern Ink and Thread is gearing up for this season with new gear. Stop by and see the staff for the same great service of screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, team apparel, invitations, business cards, letterheads, envelopes, programs, laminating, and full-color banners and signs. Copy service is also available in color or black and white. Southern Ink and Thread, 326th Avenue Northwest behind Parkway Pharmacy. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Southern Ink and Thread, not just a print shop.
Arabian Night Football, covering all of North Alabama on Fun 92.7 FM and HD1.
Back with you at the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network. Michael St. John, along with Chad Robertson, Ben Elrod, and subbing in for Ronnie Shoemate, the one and only voice of the Arabian Knights, Archie Anderson. Archie, the Knights got some yardage, made some plays, but the penalties, the callback touchdowns, and we're down by 13 at the half.
Penalties have been obviously a big factor momentum-wise. We got started early on. We had a couple of back-to-back first downs. Then we had a fumble. We had the turnover there, and held them the next drive. Then we had the punt. Then they got the quick touchdown. And then they get the interception off the tipped pass. I tell you, when you just say INT, it makes the quarterback look so bad. But a tipped pass, and they get the interception, and then we're able to come on down and score. Did not score at that point. That was when Landon got his interception that we thought was a touchdown. That didn't count, and then we were unable to punch it in there. Big story, though, we have really played hard. There were a couple of plays where I think the coaches will be very disappointed in the tackling effort, but at the same time, for most of the night, we have played just as hard as you can play and have got after this bunch. And I think Cherokee County knows we're here. At the same time, on the other side of that coin, Cherokee County has shown us certain situations they can break it away in just a second. If they see that one little crease, then they kind of know what to do from there to make some great moves. Sometimes it makes it look like it's bad tackling when it's a great running back.
Got some stats for us.
Got some stats, and here's an interesting one right off the bat. Rushing, Mason Ingram, 19 carries, 106 yards. Keyshawn Woods for Cherokee County, 13 carries, 106 yards. Overall, the Knights have 28 carries, 138 yards on the ground. Cherokee County, 16 carries, 120 yards on the ground. However, we've only had 8 yards through the air. That's where we're hurting Tucker a little bit. Tucker Willis could have helped us at a 6'6" receiver. He probably would have been a short yardage type guy, but it kept one of those people that could help us mix things up a little bit, move the chains a little bit more. So we're missing him right now for sure in that spot, but only 8 yards through the air. On the other hand, Griffith 4 of 6 for 60 yards, 1 pick. So the Warriors with 180 total yards, Arab 146, Arab 7 first downs, and Cherokee County 8. The Warriors penalized twice for 10 yards, Arab 3 times for 30. It feels like more than that, but at least it's not the thing we had last week.
Indeed. Well, and the story of the stats are close. And
absolutely.
The story of the stats is the two touchdowns called back for the Arabian Knights. Otherwise, we're locked at an even ball game at the half.
We're just having a little bit of bad luck, but we've seen Mason Ingram grow up. He's no longer a freshman. His freshman year ended last week.
You're absolutely right.
And he has come on and accepted the role. Hey, Luke's not here, and we can't run John all night, so I might as well do this thing. And the coaches had told me in the off season, he's going to be a good one. He's got great speed, and he did. I know people say about junior high, but in junior high it was very impressive there, and so we knew somewhere down the road this kid was going to come to life, and he's getting in that role a little bit earlier maybe than he anticipated, but boy, we're proud to have him right now. And there again, the guys are at times doing a great job blocking and whatnot. At the same time, you have to give Cherokee County a lot of credit, because anytime we have anything that comes close to breaking away, they seem to know to close down on it before we can really get out of there.
Well, let's be honest, this is a very good football team.
Absolutely.
The Knights are playing tonight. And the Knights are playing up to the standard of Cherokee County, which is good, and you want to see that with a young team. Score at half, it's Cherokee County 13, Arab nothing. The Warriors will get the ball on the kickoff to start the second half. We got more of halftime statistics, and we've got more of Gilbert and Ball in-game scoreboard scores to report. So let's take it back to the studio. Jeremiah, Ken, and Cody, all yours on our Marshall County Gas District halftime report.
Hello, everyone. It's Jeremiah Williamson once again with the Gilbert and Ball Forward in-game scoreboard. We got a little bit of Friday night college football action tonight. Appalachian State up 20-3 on Charlotte. Surprise here a little bit. Kennesaw State out of Conference USA up 9-7 on Wake Forest. Michigan State looking good against West Michigan. They're up 21-0 there. Kansas up 29-7 on Wagner. The number 12 team in the country, Illinois, up 31-0. And then the Auburn Tigers, Jackson Arnold, his Auburn Tiger debut looking pretty good early. Auburn up 17-3 on Baylor. So that is your Gilbert and Ball Forward in-game scoreboard. We'll continue to keep you updated as the night continues.
Make your life easier with natural gas appliances. Your Marshall County Gas District reminds you to think about natural gas appliances for your new home, or to replace old appliances with the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. Natural gas is the comfortable, efficient answer to lower monthly utility bills. Call your local Marshall County Gas office for more details. Locations in Arab, Albertville, and Gunnersville, or toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
for prime-time flooring for whatever you need. Find the best deals at Parkway Flooring on the Parkway. Check out the latest wood, vinyl, tile, or carpet. 100% pet-proof and kid-proof vinyl flooring, durable enough to stand up to anything life dishes out. All at money-saving prices. Now is the time to floor up and save money. All at Parkway Flooring, 2626 North Brindley Mountain Parkway. Call 256-586-3435 for free estimates and more information. Parkway Flooring on the Parkway.
We never forget in everything we do.
Premier Family Care is a complete family care facility providing health care services that are affordable. A full-service state-of-the-art medical facility in your hometown, complete with on-site lab and x-ray, all in the same building. Premier Family Care always welcomes new patients and walk-ins, accepting Medicare, Medicaid, and most insurance. Premier Family Care in Arab and in Blountsville on Main, now in Guntersville at 1407 Blunt Avenue. Premier Family Care.
No one's more important than you.
Buying or selling a home is a major life decision, but it can be stress-free with a dedicated professional realtor. Diane Prestridge with Better Homes and Gardens, the premier agency. With years of real estate experience and several designations, Diane Prestridge makes buying or selling your home a pleasant experience. Call 256-505-7870 or visit her office on North Main Street. Diane Prestridge, your trusted realtor for the Arab area.
Colon cancer is one of the most preventable cancers if caught early. That's why regular colon screenings starting at age 45 are so important. A simple screening could save your life and the life of someone you love. Don't wait. Talk to your doctor today. Colon screenings can save lives. This message is brought to you by Marshall Medical Centers. For more information, visit us at mmcenters.com.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, General Manager of North Country Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Arab, Alabama. Now, when you think of Arab, there's two things you need to think of as part of a winning team. That is the Arab Knights and North Country. So, folks, if you want to be part of a winning team, make the short drive here to Arab where you can save thousands of dollars on a new or pre-owned automobile. 0% financing going on, over $15,000 and over 300 units in stock. It's going to save you money. We would like to wish the Arab Knights good luck this year, and I'll see you soon.
Make your life easier with natural gas appliances. Your Marshall County Gas District reminds you to think about natural gas appliances for your new home or to replace old appliances with the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. Natural gas is the comfortable, efficient answer to lower monthly utility bills. Call your local Marshall County Gas office for more details. Locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville, or toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
You're not happy until you're eating at Grumpy's. Located in the Northgate Shopping Center, Grumpy's is serving up fresh, made daily pizza, pasta, and chicken salad that'll put a smile on anyone's face. Now with an extended family menu, perfect for dine-in or takeout. Call 256-931-2335 to order today. Open Monday through Thursday till 8 and Friday and Saturday till 8:30. Get happy with Grumpy's Pizza and Pasta.
Owen Home Appliance Center has the appliances you want at prices matching their competitors. Find new appliances from well-known brands like GE, Frigidaire, Electrolux, and Hotpoint, along with scratch and dent and gently used appliances to fit your budget. Owen Home Appliance also carries comfortable Franklin furniture recliners made in Houston, Mississippi. Located on the left at the end of the 231 detour at Cateco, or at the end of the Cateco Floret Road. Quality products, quality service, quality pricing. It's in the name. Owen Home Appliance Center.
Are you ready to make a move in the real estate game? Look no further than the trusted experience of Scott and Terry Haga with the Haga team of realtors at Southern Elite Realty, your local real estate team with a winning strategy. With our years of experience and a passion for helping families, we're your trusted real estate professionals in the area. We'll guide you through every step of the process, making sure you score the perfect home sweet home. So before the final whistle blows, make a move and call the Haga team of realtors at 256-673-1223. Remember, in the game of real estate, trust Scott and Terry to be your star players. Visit us online at mysoutherneliteal.com today.
Big appliances like dryers and dishwashers put out heat when they're in use. Running these at night helps keep your AC from fighting too many battles at once. At Arab Electric Cooperative, we help you find more ways to save energy, save money, and help the environment. So small savings today leads to big savings tomorrow. This energy-efficient message is brought to you by Arab Electric Cooperative, serving farm, home, and industry since 1947.
A&D Motors, we got the right used
Just cars you can trust, come take a drive.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Harlow, your hometown car gal. You don't have to drive far to find a great deal. At A&D Motors, we're your locally owned, buy here, pay here dealership for over 30 years, and we stand behind every vehicle we sell. Finance with us and get a free limited warranty. Visit the car gals at A&D Motors on the Parkway in Arab, your one-stop dealership.
So come on down, let's take a spin with A&D Motors, you're sure to win.
This has been the Fun 92.7 Halftime Show.
Brought to you by Marshall County Gas Company.
Natural gas.
Back to Arabian Night Football on Fun Radio, the Fun Media Group Incorporated. We are WAFN-FM, ARAP Huntsville, HD1. Michael St. John, along with Archie Anderson. Ben Elrod and Chad Robertson bringing you the call of tonight's game. Cherokee County and the Knights at halftime, 13-0. Homestanding Warriors have it. Ben Elrod, quickly here to start the second half. Your thoughts on the first half, and what do the Knights need to come out and establish in the second half?
If they're not going to quit and they're not going to lay down, and we need to get this defensive squad on and off the field real quick, get the ball back in the hands of our offense, and get back on that ground game. We found a couple of wrinkles we liked in the first half, and ride it till they stop it.
Sideline reports tonight and every game are brought to you by Steve Kraft and the Kraft Insurance Agency. When you need insurance, he's the man to go to. Steve Kraft at the Kraft Insurance Agency on Main Street, downtown Arab, Alabama. The Knights will kick off to start the second half. They lost the toss, and Cherokee County decided to take the second half kick return. So the Knights kickoff team making their way out right now. Halftime 13-0. We're following a lot of games tonight on the Gilbert and Mulford in-game scoreboard, including the college games. Very interesting game between Guntersville and Fort Payne. 14-7 Guntersville at the half. But Fort Payne has played a very good game. I've been watching my phone. I want to thank Dr. Jess Youngblood for sending me updates on that game all during our game. And the Guntersville Wildcats are definitely into a fight. So the Knights Kirkland will kick the ball off. Deep is Keyshawn Adams, and the kickoff is a high hanger. Adams running up to take it at the 18 at full blast. He'll take it to the 30 and across the 30 to the 32-yard line. The stop was made by Chase Kirkland, the sophomore wide receiver, and it's 1st and 10 for Cherokee County. Chad Robertson, what do you look for Cherokee County to do early on here?
They're going to come out. They're going to come out and just pound the ground and catch us off guard and make go long. They want to score right now to set the momentum for the second half. Arab cannot let that happen.
Just starting the third quarter at Guntersville, and the Wildcats have a 14-10 lead over Fort Payne. So it's 1st and 10 for Cherokee County. They've got the ball at their own 34-yard line following that return of 19 yards by Keyshawn Adams. This is the second year of a 2-year series with Cherokee County. Of course, redistricting is coming up in January. Here's the handoff. Keyshawn Adams is going to get across the 40 to the 45-yard line. We miss a tackle, but then cleanup roll for Zach Hellman. He'll get him up and out of bounds at the 46, but that's a Cherokee County 14-yard gain and a first down to start this second half. Chad, I think you may be right on that this team may just try to just pound and try to break the will of the Arabian Knights. They lead by 13, and that was a good run on first down. Knights showing a 4-man front now. They've gone to the 4-man front to start the second half. Counterplay right side. Big hole to the right side. He'll take it to the house. Nobody's going to catch the running back, Jayshawn Stroop. And Stroop, in 3 plays, has put Cherokee County up 19-0. That was a 54-yard run on a counter play off right tackle and no support from the secondary.
They just on a simple counter play took it and just cut the seam and just blew right past us.
So we are 45 seconds into the third quarter, and now Cherokee County leads and will go for 2. They missed an extra point earlier, so they will go for 2. Out of the gun. Quarterback rolls to the right side. Here comes pressure. Knights are going to blow him up back at the 9-yard line. That was John Loden, who would have nothing of that 2-point conversion. So the score remains 19-0 Cherokee County over the Arabian Knights. We're just a few seconds into the third quarter. Back after this on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Latham's Pharmacy is your community Health Mart pharmacy. Your Latham's Health Mart pharmacist takes the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer any questions that you may have. Serving the healthcare needs of the Arab and Brindley Mountain communities for over 50 years, Latham's Pharmacy offers low prescription prices and everyday savings on over-the-counter medications too. There's a whole lot to like at Latham's Pharmacy in downtown Arab on South Main Street. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Latham's Pharmacy.
Ensuing kickoff taken by Gillen Kirkland at the 20, and he is literally that was a clothesline, but no, from Decaden Coleman, a freshman, sprinting down on that play. He got down there before the ball reached the hands of Dylan Kirkland.
He just flew down the field and made a good open field tackle right there. That's how you draw it in the book.
Let's check out that scoring drive by Cherokee County, service of Southern Elite Realty and the coach Jeff Gibbs.
Just 2 plays. It was Woods for 12 and then Jay Sean Stroop for 54. 66-yard drive, 2 plays. Again, Jay Sean Stroop with a 54-yard touchdown run.
Here's a handoff. This is Ingram. And Ingram is going to get up across the 35 to the 37-yard line on first down, a 7-yard gain. Ingram well over 100 yards. When was the last time a freshman running back for the Arabian Knights went over 100 yards in a game, Arch?
We would have to look that up.
I think it goes back. I'm thinking of someone, but yeah, we may have to. Ronnie Shoemate is listening in. He may want to Google that one.
He wasn't the one that got the 100 yards.
No, he only got 3. Here's the handoff to the tailback again. This is Ingram. Tough sledding inside. That was Duncan that reached a handout. That was Dalton Duncan. He's a junior, one of those big defensive linemen for Cherokee County. I've noticed something, Chad, on the first 2 plays. We're seeing the linemen for Cherokee County much lower coming off that ball defensively.
Well, Mason, like you said in the first half, they were higher. Mason was going under them and clearing the linebackers, and the free safeties were making a stop.
Wide outs to either side. Kirkland coming wide this way. Knights with the quarterback, Nick Stevens. Out of the gun, hands off to Ingram again, and Mason is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It will be a 4th down, and I do not think he got the ball to midfield, although we got a very friendly spot that time. They say it's a first down. Well, we got a super friendly spot that time because he was hit in the backfield.
He sure has a very good spot. I mean, the ball is touching the 40-yard line at the down marker, so we're going to move the chains.
Drag those chains for the initial second half. Arabian Knights, Citizens Bank and Trust first down. I want to say hello to all my friends at Citizens Bank and Trust. I love going in there. What a great place to do banking. Here's the handoff. Going to Martin. No, he's going to pull it, and it's blocked, and it's going to be intercepted. A 3rd time a ball tipped by a defensive lineman.
That goes back to what you're saying. The linemen are so high. The quarterback did not even throw the ball over the lineman's head. They jumped up and just lucky, bad drag draw for us.
Jaquan Diamond, a senior linebacker, got the interception, tackled immediately. So it's 1st and 10 on the turnover. 3rd turnover of the night for the Arabian Knights. 1st and 10, Cherokee County camping in Arab territory at the 40-yard line.
Jaquan Diamond's 2nd interception of the night.
And he's in the right place at the right time on both of them.
Well, I tell you, they're getting up and batting that ball, and Nick's is having a hard time throwing it over the height of these linemen. On first down, this time 2 running backs, counterplay right side. This is Adams, and Jaquan Adams is going to get to the 36-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you, I have a lot of respect for Keyshawn Woods. I said Adams. Keyshawn Woods. He is a very fine running back. I don't know if he is a Division I kind of running back, but I think he could be a very nice running back at a Shorter or even a Jacksonville State. Handoff, tailback on the other side this time, breaks the tackle at the defensive end. We might miss another tackle, and I had to get a cleanup job by Dallas Helton. And that is a first down for Jay-Sean Stroop. So you got Stroop, the sophomore, Keyshawn Woods, the senior, and it looks like Stroop may be just being groomed to be the next good tailback right here at Cherokee County.
They definitely got the horses in the stable coming up.
Boy, there's a lot of talent. We were talking about that on Coach's Breakfast this morning. What a great corridor of talent there is here in East Alabama. 1st and 10. Quarterback turns, hands it off. Keyshawn Adams just driving people with his legs now inside the 20, inside the red zone to the 19. That's a gain of 8. Ben Elrod, you know, as much as you want to say about Cherokee County, they sort of got their match early on in this game, but they have wore down this Arabian Night defense. The defense has been on the field a long time, and it's just been a dissection, if you would.
Yeah, they've controlled the clock and the line of scrimmage, and that's a right recipe for a victory.
Knights on a 2nd down and 4. Handoff. This time it's going to be caught for a loss in the backfield. That was Jay-Sean Stroop. You've got Keyshawn Woods, a Jay-Sean Stroop, and that was Stroop losing a bunch. He lost 5 all the way back to the 24-yard line, so that will bring up 3rd down and a big 8. And the Arabian Knights need to bow their backs defensively and try to stop this drive right here, right now. This would be a big play in the 3rd quarter. 7-13. Amazing. The clock is running again.
The magic wand has been waved.
3rd down. Snap, handoff, counter play, left side. They give it to Keyshawn Woods, and he is going to be close to that 1st down. Boy, I love that guy's first step. He is as quick as any running back I've seen in high school football, Chad, in a long time.
He has got fancy footwork, got speed, got the
holding. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't see that play. Came right in the middle of that play. I was watching Keyshawn, and I'll tell you, Keyshawn can take your attention away from everything else that's happening. That's for sure. Flag down again. This is a penalty against Cherokee County. We'll back the ball all the way to the 33-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 18.
The penalty flags are hard to see because Cherokee County's jerseys are the same color as the penalty flags.
Yep, they look like the Vestavia Hills Cowboys back in the 70s.
Coached by
me and my cousin, Louis Noto. Here's the snap, back to pass, looking downfield, looking, hit as he throws, gets it away, completion at the 26, and John Loden just lit up the quarterback, and the quarterback got up and patted Loden on the backside and said, good job. J.V. Henderson on the reception at the 26, so it's 4th and 11. Let's see what Cherokee County elects to do. They're going to go for it. Coach Kelly just gave the signal, stay in the huddle, let's go for it. No hesitation.
This deep, you would pretty much expect that.
Well, let me tell you, Jacob Kelly is one of the unheralded great coaches, and I say great with a capital G, in North Alabama. He doesn't get a lot of press, but boy, there's his flanker screen. Knights are going to blow it up, and they do at the 31-yard line. Great tackle that time, Dallas Helton. Dallas Helton is competing for the Sophia's Restaurant Player of the Game, Chad.
Boy, he sure is. Very good pressure on the quarterback. Designed that way for a wide receiver screen, but we cleaned it up right as he caught the ball.
We have a timeout, the heat break timeout, with 5:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. Warriors lead the Knights 19-0 on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Arab Cartage and Express Company has been a trusted name in transportation for decades. Now hiring Class A CDL drivers with current DOT physicals and a safe driving history. Enjoy great benefits including medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid holidays, personal time off, and retirement options. Call 256-649-6071 or visit 1101 Nathan Road Southwest to apply. Keep on trucking with Arab Cartage and Express, where your road to a better future begins.
When legal matters arise, you need rock-solid representation. McLaughlin & Edmondson Law Firm is committed to guiding you through every step, from initiation to resolution. with professionalism and fairness. Whether it's civil, business, and corporate law, probate estate, adoptions, or CTA, their experienced team is ready to help. Call 256-582-2520 or visit them at one of their 2 convenient locations. McLaughlin and Edmondson Law Firm. Rock solid representation, trusted results.
Following that 4th down play by Cherokee County, Arab comes out, runs a little short toss to the left side and loses a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Stop was made by Duncan. Dylan Duncan is the leading tackler without a doubt for this Cherokee County team in this ball game. We're at 5:27 to play in the third. Knights now with their 2nd possession of the second half. The first one ended in an interception. Knights have turned the ball over 4 times tonight. Here's the snap. Stevens rolling out. Pressure coming, throws downfield, in coverage, incomplete. That one was up in the air. Archie, that was a recipe for disaster.
It was, but it was close. I would really, I really thought he was going to pull it down. Graham Grisham there almost had that ball, but in traffic for sure.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Now we got a flag. Nope, they're waving the flag off. Or whatever, I didn't see that flag go down. 5:10 to play in the third. You know, Ben Elrod, we were talking up here during the timeout. Cherokee County is a really good football team, very well coached, no doubt about it. But they are not showing the energy and the passion for this game that they showed last year. I've noticed that there's a little bit of a letdown. Last year's team was just extremely motivated, to say the least, when they came to Arab.
They have a lot more life in them for sure. But what you remember last week we missed on the out and up against Albertville.
Here's a snap, Ben. You may have called it. Rolling out, pressure coming. Stevens looking, can't find anybody open. Finds somebody open downfield. He's open, he's got it, he's out of bounds. Caught the ball out of bounds and jumped into the tent. And that is a familiar number, but it's Davis Kinney who wears it now. The junior at 5'7", 145. That ball just hung in the air a little too late.
Yeah, personal foul on Cherokee County. Hit us out of bounds. That'll be a 1st down for us.
Yep, he went into the injury tent. He's not hurt, thank goodness, but he went into the tent, not of his own doing. 3rd down on that pass play. Here's a dead ball, personal foul, and it is an interference call. No, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. I take that back. And Cherokee County will be penalized, and it will be a 1st down for Arab. We will check the Gilbert and Ball Ford scoreboard when we come to a break in the action, and maybe we could have probably took it now. There is this sportsman there, and they're going back to the line of scrimmage. Go ahead, let's get a Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard in right now.
This is Jeremiah Williamson with the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Huffman up 7-0 on Columbia. Boaz 10-3. Prosville over Brewer 19-0. Sardis over Cleburne County 7-0. Brindley Mountain up big on Vienna 33-0. And Gunnersville 14-10 over Fort Payne. Back to you, Michael.
So, thank you very much, Jeremiah. That's an interesting score. Brindley Mountain pouring it on Bina tonight, 27-0 in a third. Boy, that's a breakout game for Brindley Mountain. That's good to see. 1st and 10. Arabian Knights after the penalty. They're up at their own 45-yard line on the unsportsmanlike hit out of bounds on the pass play. Stevens, your quarterback, out of the gun. Going to hand off to the single setback. That is Ingram. And Mason Ingram puts his head down and gets about 4 yards. Boy, isn't it nice to see, Archie, a running back that just isn't afraid to run behind his shoulders. So many of these guys are speed guys.
Absolutely. Well, Mason is a bit of a speed guy, but he's being coached.
Yeah.
He is being coached and doing what they're telling him to do right now. And doing a well of job. I'm really proud for him. He's having a good night, but I know nobody's going to be happy with some of the other things that have happened for us this evening.
Whipped pass play into the hands of Graham Grisham. He caught it and then went down. He just dropped down to his knees at the 46-yard line. That is a gain of 5. So that will be 3rd down and a yard for the Arabian Knights. The ball in Cherokee County territory at the 46-yard line. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cherokee County up 19-0 on the Knights, but the Knights have played gallantly in this football game and has really improved last week to this week in that penalty department. On 3rd and 1, high snap, turn it down, give it to Loden. Loden off right tackle, breaks the tackle. He's across the 40, and he'll be knocked down right there as the stop was made by Ethan Glass, the senior linebacker. and it will be an Arabian Nights Citizens Bank and Trust first down at the Cherokee County 40-yard line. 3:33 to play in the third quarter. Knights need a score here. You look at that clock, and a score and a two-point conversion and another score and a two-point conversion leaves you a field goal from tying it. Hey, am I pipe dreaming? Nope, but I've seen those scenarios play out over the 28 years of doing this.
Right now, we've just got to keep it out of their hands. That's one of the big things right now.
Indeed. The fake to the tailback goes to the flanker. This is Kirkland, and he's got the ball. His forward progress will get him to the 35-yard line for a 5-yard gain. We'll check more scores off the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Fort Payne fumbled at the 2-yard line going in. Guntersville recovered, and they have it first and 10 with 98 yards to go. It's 14-10 in that game. 5:02 left in the third. Our scores from Guntersville, courtesy of Dr. Jess Youngblood and Premier Family Care. Appreciate that so much. Slot to the left side, handoff right side. This time this is, again, Ingram. You know, one thing about Ingram tomorrow morning, Archie, he's going to be sore and hitting that ice bath.
Icy hot will be used.
And he'll come out of the game to get a breather. And Archie continues to tally up the yardage for that young man.
18 carries, 123 so far.
Very nice night for him. 3rd and 3, possession down for the Arabian Knights with 2 minutes to play in the third, down by 19 at Cherokee County. Next week, road trip to Sardis. The Lions Den to eat, maybe. Handoff, Loudon up the middle. That's a first down. Down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, right up the middle, behind the center, and slid right in there with a good first down run. That's another Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down. Clock continues to run. Got $1.50 to play in the third. We'll be checking more of the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Some scores have gone all the way into the fourth quarter, and I'm sure that Jeremiah will tell us what quarter he's talking about when he starts giving the scores. 1st and 10. Stevens, the quarterback. This time the H-back off to the left side. Everything's tight inside. Fake pulls it, rolls out. Stevens looks downfield. Has a man at the sideline. He got it into the hands of Wesley Holland. And Holland with a nice reception, tippy-toeing the sideline. And he'll drop down to about the 20-yard line. So that will be very close to another Arabian Night first down. Let's see, they're going to be about a yard short. No, is the officials waving the chains?
It's at the 19.
He's got it at the 19. Drag those chains again for an Arabian Night Citizens Bank and Trust first down as they reset that down marker across the way at the 19. The downsman put that marker down at the 20 initially, but the referee had the ball down at the 19.
The down marker's going to have to go to the chiropractor. I think it's crooked.
I'm sure Dr. Mann could take care of that. Knights. Ghost motion to the right side, handoff Ingram inside. He drove again. The slippery slope took him down after about a yard gain. Ben Elrod, our sideline reports, courtesy of Kraft Insurance. How is that turf? That turf doesn't look slick from here, but I'm seeing a little bit of the glaze outside the hash marks. Is it a little slippery on that turf?
I hadn't slipped a time, but I don't have feet anything like that young man, so
when was the last? I was talking to Tiffany a while back. When was the last time you ran? 2014 was it?
I had to run down Coach Roughton halftime.
Handoff to backfield. This is Loden. Loden is going to get a load of yellow jerseys surrounding him after the game, only about a yard. Stop was made by Case Tittle. That's a nice young man. I met him. His dad is the principal here. And that is an outstanding young man, a nice family. And again, the hospitality here at Cherokee County could not have been nicer to our crew. I was alone schlepping equipment tonight, and I had help from the two young ladies that said, here, let me help you, and I appreciate that. Third quarter is in the books. Arabian Nights trail 19-0 to Cherokee County. Back after this for the final stanza from Center on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Jones Jewelry is now open on the Parkway in Arab, and I'm here with the owner, Elena Jones. Elena, what makes Jones Jewelry different?
We're a little different than what you might expect from a small-town jewelry store. We offer custom jewelry design, natural and lab-grown diamonds, vintage pieces, repairs, and even appraisals. I'm a graduate gemologist, so everything we do is backed by training and expertise.
Jones Jewelry, Arab, Alabama, 1146 North Brindley Mountain Parkway. You'll feel right at home.
I can't wait to see you.
Wondering what it feels like to feel really good, energized, refreshed, pain-free, and happy? Come experience affordable natural wellness therapies, tools that help your body do what it does best, heal. At Wonders for Wellness, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. No appointment required. Located at 411 on Main Street in Arab. Book your session today at wondersforwellness.com or call 256-931-0004. Wonders for Wellness, where wellness meets wonder.
Arabian Night Football, live from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth on Fun 92.7 FM and HD1.
Welcome back to the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. This is the Fun Radio Superior RV Football Network. Michael St. John along with along with Chad Robertson, Ben Elrod, and Archie Anderson tonight. Ronnie Shoemate will rejoin us at Sardis next week, God willing. So the Knights go Wildcat first and make that a third down from the 17. Loden going to try to take it up the middle. He'll get to about the 14-yard line, but that will bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Arabian Knights, trying to put points on the board for the first time tonight. They trail 19-0 here at Cherokee County. Defensively, Cherokee County has been a bend-don't-break defense, Ben Elrod, and let's see if the Knights can get that extra 5 yards. They need to get on the board right here.
Watch number 14 for Arab, Zach Hallman.
So Ben's calling for Hallman to get the ball on this one. Mason Ingram, sidecar to the right, out of the spread with Stevens, the quarterback. Wideouts to the right side, rolling that way, looks downfield, going to throw the ball in traffic, incomplete. Was headed for Dylan Kirkland and just out of his hands, but he may have been out of bounds anyway. So it will be first down for the Warriors on that 4th down at the 15-yard line. I didn't realize that was 4th down. The down marker across the way said 3rd, and the scoreboard said 4th. So the first play of the 4th quarter goes awry. Actually, the second play of the 4th quarter, and Cherokee County gets the ball back. So Cherokee County, 1st and 10. Quarterback Adam Griffin has gone all the way. This time, both of those running back, Keyshawn and Jayshawn, are in the background, or in the backfield rather. Waits the snap, gets it, a handoff, going to the left side. This is Keyshawn. He reverses his field, trying to make the sideline, has the sideline at the 30 and steps out of bounds. Forced out of bounds across the way by Eli Williams. But a good run of Keyshawn Adams, and he'll get all the way up to the 35-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors, a 20-yard gallop. That time it was designed to go to the wide side of the field. He took the ball, looked and said, pursuit's going that way, I'm going the other way. Made a left-hand turn at big yardage.
He just outrun everybody.
1st and 10 for Cherokee County. 11:03 left in this football game. They lead the Arabian Knights 19-0. Here's the handoff to the tailback, and he's going to break a tackle. This is Jayshawn, and finally the Arabian Knights. He does not have a quick a first step as Keyshawn. Jayshawn is maybe a step slower, and that allowed the Knights' pursuit to bring him down, but he's still got 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7. Hallman was there to make the stop, along with Christian Price. He's played a good game tonight, the senior defensive back, 6'1", 153. So we have a procedure call.
Yeah, false start.
Well, the referee is throwing that flag forward where the play is developing. As a result, we're not picking it up. So back it up 5, and we'll do that again. 2nd down and 15.
There was a time, they got those flags and they had weights in them, and they would sling those things. And you knew when there was a penalty. Nowadays, they just kind of take them out of their pocket.
Right. Well, they said that when they threw them in the air, that was when they threw a flag that was intimidating the person that caused the penalty and was not a nice thing to do. It's one of those that's one of those woke things in this day and time. You can't throw a flag, you got to drop it. God, I wish George Carlin was still alive. Loss of 1 on the play at middle guard. That was a good play by the middle guard for the Arabian Knights, and Owen Ridgway coming in to make that tackle. The Knights have employed a 4-man front quite a bit tonight, Ben Elrod, and I think we may see more of that as the season develops because it's worked.
Yeah, and they've been on the field for quite a while tonight. They're getting tired.
2nd down and 10, 9:48 to play in the game. Cherokee County with the ball. They're at their own 35-yard line, middle of the field, moving left to right as you listen at the 4th quarter mark. And this time it's a wide pitch to Jay Sean. He breaks the tackle. He's across midfield, and the Knights are going to pursue him and getting finally in Knight territory all the way down to the 37-yard line. He hit that sideline outside the numbers, and he was on his horse.
They're taking gashes at us right now.
They're picking their spots, and it's sort of the pattern seems to be inside, inside, outside, inside, inside, outside. So let's see what they do. We have not seen him throw a pass in this 4th quarter. And with 9:17 to play and up by 19, there's really no need to. You're moving the ball on the ground, and now the Knights have their backs against the wall as Cherokee County has it 1st and 10 at the Knights' 36-yard line.
Stroop now with 100 yards rushing.
That's Jay Sean, right?
All right.
Here's the handoff. Keyshawn, left side. He'll get a 1st down, or close to it. He'll get 9.5. Tackle was made by Dallas Helton, and he ran over an Arabian Knight defender. In fact, I think he ran over Caden Walter, the senior linebacker, and Walter was underneath him and probably tripped him up, but he was on the ground when he tackled him. 2nd down and 2 for Cherokee County. We'll check another Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard when we get our time to break. 8:25 to play in the game.
Both teams eating up some clock now.
And it's pretty nippy up here. I put on my long sleeves.
Yeah, a little breeze, little light breeze.
2nd and 2. Should have a nice Labor Day weekend, folks. Hope you enjoy it. Lots of things going on. Handoff inside. That's a 1st down to Jay Sean. By the way, Fun Radio tomorrow, we're going to be live for a big event prior to the Alabama football kickoff at 11:30. That's when the pregame starts. But we're going to be with Mike Owens at Owen Home Appliance. A great place to buy. He's got a great sale going on, his annual Labor Day sale. And looking forward to being there from 9 until 11 tomorrow. Come join me. We can talk football. We can talk fun, and we'll get you a great buy on your appliances. He has some really neat stuff. I want to thank him for his support of high school football. He does a lot, not only with our broadcast here, but with the Priceville Bulldogs and the Fairview Aggies, and, of course, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 1st and 10 for Cherokee County at the Knight 25, far side hash mark. Here's the handoff going to Keyshawn again. And Keyshawn, is that Keyshawn? Nope, that's Jay Sean. Jay Sean, Keyshawn, Jay Sean.
Coleman on the carry, brought down by number 5, Coleman.
So it will be now a 2nd down and 10. There's no gain on that play. Hallman up to make the stop. Inside of 7 minutes in this game, and Cherokee County just running it on the ground, keeping it on the ground, not needing to go to the air. Up by 19, not giving the Knights a chance for any kind of comeback if they can keep the ball away from them. And right now, that's what they're playing. Unbalanced line to the right side. We've got movement somewhere, and a penalty marker goes down prior to play. Next week, the Arabian Knights will be at Sardis. Our pregame will get underway with our People's Bank of Alabama pregame show starting at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, it's Alabama football on Fun Radio. Alabama and Florida State. The Noles will be Nolan, and they'll be playing in Tallahassee for the first time in Alabama football history. The first time the Crimson Tide in their history, Chad, have ever played in the Panhandle of Florida.
Really?
They played in Mobile, they played in Jacksonville, but they've never played in the Panhandle until tomorrow.
Well, things ain't going our way tonight, but this sure has been a good trip up here. Very beautiful part of the state, and had a very good supper.
Good supper.
Yeah, we went to a steakhouse and nobody ordered steak.
Seafood.
2nd down and 15. And here's the handoff going to the tailbound back. That is Woods. Woods. Keyshawn Woods. We're being invaded by gnats right now. I don't know if you guys are realizing that, but I'm keeping a piece of paper in front of my mouth so I won't eat one. So 3rd down and 10 for Cherokee County at the ARAB 25-yard line. We have a stoppage in play, and I did not see a timeout. I don't think we've taken a heat break timeout, but we have a stoppage in play for some reason.
I think they're just trying to wind down the play, but they have the clock. I don't know. I guess he stepped out of bounds.
He went out of bounds.
Okay, that stopped the clock. 3rd and 10. Possession down. Conversion down for Cherokee County. Hand off to Jay Sean, and he may have it. Down close to that line he's supposed to make. I believe he got it. Big hole that time at middle guard. And the Knights they had 4 people on the stop, and Landon Earl got up at the bottom of that stack, and he had some help back there by Caden Walter, the senior linebacker.
We're at the mid-quarter or heat break.
We'll take this heat break timeout. 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Warriors lead 19-0 over the Arabian Knights, and they're driving in red zone when we come back on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Ladies, are you ready to step up your fashion game? Maggie B & Company has it all. Discover the latest trends and timeless classics that will make you feel confident and fabulous. Our friendly fashion experts are here to provide personalized service, ensuring you leave with something you love. Located in the Dogwood Plaza, Maggie B & Company is your go-to boutique for all your fashion needs. Follow them on social media for the latest arrivals and exclusive offers. Maggie B & Company Fashion Boutique, where your style story begins.
Looking for the perfect gift? Discover Fine Things, the store with unique, timeless, and quality merchandise. From bridal and baby registries to elegant home decor and fall finds, Fine Things has something for everyone. Shop Julie Voss and Barra Boheme jewelry, plus favorite fragrances like Sweet Grace, Volcano, Red Currant, and Seasonal Scents by Nest. Open 9 to 5 in the Dogwood Plaza, next to Maggie B & Company. Fine Things, a gift shop that's anything but ordinary.
Now, more Arabian Night Football on Fun 92.7.
John Loden, gets the ball carrier, Jay-Sean, as he got the ball and pulls him down for a 1-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd down as we come to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. This is the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network with the crew. Ben Elrod. Don't want you to go to sleep on the sideline, but boy, this drive for Cherokee County doing just that, rocking folks to sleep.
You're close.
2nd down and 11. Cherokee County wideouts to the left side this time. That is J.B. Henderson out there with Tatum Perry. Handoff going the other way, right side into the hands of the running back and taking it to the house. Jay-Sean Struton, and the sophomore scores on a 16-yard gallop at right end. Again, same way they scored their first touchdown, Chad. They seal that side and run that right side. Knights don't have an answer in the secondary.
They sealed it off perfectly and just took it right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, the Guntersville Wildcats have scored with 10 minutes and 25 seconds left in their game. They now lead Fort Payne 21-10. Everybody was saying, Guntersville's going to be down this year. I call Coach Reese's hand on this one. Guntersville ain't never down, and they got a good football team again this year. Point after coming. Cooper Allen to hold. Snap is back. Miller to kick. Snap is back. Placement is down. We have whistles before the play can get off or before the kick can get off, so let's check the flag. So we got procedure against Cherokee County. They'll have to kick it again. 5:04 left in the game. We're up to 25-0. And at this point, the margin just remains to be seen what the final margin is going to be. So the Knights will drop to 1-1 this year and going into region play at Sardis next week. Sardis trying to get in the winning column tonight as well. Here comes the try for point again. Hugh Miller, the sophomore kicker. They set it up at the 15. Again, Cooper Allen to hold. Snap is back. Good placement. Kick in the air. May have been touched and no good. Wide right. So the score remains 25-0 Cherokee County. Let's check the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
This is Jeremiah Williamson back in the studio with your Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Boaz up 10-3 on Albertville. Sardis and Cleburne County tied up at 7. Fairview up big on Springville, 40-14. Scottsboro holding that shutout against North Jackson. They're up 21-0. Mortimer, Jordan, and Coleman tied up at 14, and Prosville up big on Brewer, 34-7. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you very much as we come back to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth here in Center, Alabama on the banks of Weiss Lake. It is our broadcast crew for the night. We haven't been at full strength. Maybe next week at Sardis, Chad, we can get Ronnie back and get back at full strength.
We'll haul him on in.
28th year for Fun Radio, coming your way with Arabian Night Football from your Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. It has been my honor and pleasure to be a part of this community and this area for 28 years. When I came back here on August 29th of 1997, I never dreamed that in 2025 we'd still be around doing these games and having fun on Fun Radio. It's been the same format all this time. It's grown. But I want to thank everyone that has ever supported this radio station. My wife and I, Melanie St. John, are the proud owners, and we will continue to give you the very best we can. But thank you very much for being a part of our family. We love being a part of yours. Fair catch call for on the pooch kick that time. First time we've seen that this year. Hallman takes the fair catch at the 29, so the Knights will go in business. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Let's check that scoring recap. This year, our scoring recaps on Fun Radio are brought to you by Southern Elite Realty. And the coach, Jeff Gibbs, check him out for your next home. What you got, Arch?
Well, one of the longer drives we've seen from the Warriors tonight, 11 plays, 56 yards. Deshaun Stroop scoring from a 17 out on that one. He's up to 128 yards on the ground now. Kick no good, 5:04 to go in the game, 25-0. Cherokee County.
Knight's going to run the ball at left tackle. And penalty flags are going down. It's getting a little chippy out there. And I think it's more words than action. And I believe the Knights may get up. I think the Knights may be the culprits on this one. The referee talking to the men in yellow with Cherokee County. Tomorrow, don't forget, Alabama football on Fun Radio pregame at 11:30. Before that, we're at Owen Home Appliance at 9 o'clock in the morning for a live event. Come on down and see us. There's going to be food, prizes to give away, great buys on appliances. Looking forward to working with Mike again. Again, great support from all of our folks. And I want to say a big hello to Dr. Jess Youngblood at Premier Family Care. He has been our Gunnersville scorekeeper now for the last 5 years religiously and runs a great practice. He gave me my best physical checkup a month ago that I've had in the 13 years I've gone to him. He shook my hand about it. I was pretty happy with that. Now, if I don't fall down the ladder getting out of this press box, I'll be in good shape.
Man, getting up in this press box is rough, and we did not go to the concession stand or the restroom at halftime.
But we will at the end of the game, trust me.
Junior varsity on the road at Gardendale, by the way, coming up next Tuesday. And the junior Knights, Arab Junior High School, they'll be at home with Fort Payne.
Wow. Gardendale, that's a nice trip.
Yep.
And wait till you see that facility. It's very nice down there. The Coach Chad Eads, who was at Gardendale, is a good friend of mine, is the new coach this year at Hayden. Want to wish him the best of luck. He's a good guy. So it's 1st and 25 after the unsportsmanlike conduct on the Arabian Knights. Here's Stevens rolling out, going to throw the ball, just shot it into the ground up around the 20-yard line. Nearest person to it was Wesley Holland, the junior wide receiver, out at the 27. So it'll be 2nd down and 25. You know, when the game gets to a position like this and it's 25-0, a lot of folks beginning to make their way towards the exits, this is a time that you really want to look at your Arabian Night football team. And even though the game has not gone the way, I think tonight the Knights have probably played better than they did, of course, last week. But I think they played better against better competition in Cherokee County than we've seen them play for a year now.
Yes, that's the case, too. And also we're playing better mentally, a far cry from all the penalties we had last week.
Well, we fixed the penalties. Now if we can get the scoreboard to light up on the offensive side. And defense have not played bad. I mean, you got a double tandem running back situation with Cherokee County. We're probably not, and talking to Coach Rowell and talking to Coach Kelly, I don't think we're going to find or play a team as talented as Cherokee County. The Knights are not going to play a team as talented as Cherokee County well until the season. I think you look at Gunnersville and Scottsboro down the road, yeah, you got that kind of talent there. But I think the Knights have played well for themselves, especially running the ball, Archie.
Looking at the size of that line and what we've been up against tonight and those elusive running backs, yeah, it's not as bad as the scoreboard might lead you to believe.
Indeed. Here's the handoff, and Ingram is just getting a workout. I'm wondering at this point, they keep handing him the ball. I'm wondering at this point, Coach out and saying, how much more can this guy do? You know, Ben Elrod, it's always great to see a performance, and Coach, I'm sure, will be very happy with Ingram's performance, who I believe will win a nice dinner from Sierra's Restaurant when we award the Players of the Game, courtesy of Sierra's Restaurant. But
Sophia's.
Did I say Sierra? Oh, my God. Thank you. Sophia's Restaurant. Penalty against the Knights again. No, turnover on downs. I got to get my head back in this game. I'm talking about everything but the game. Forgive me, folks.
Well, we can't hear ourselves think up here.
28 years doing this, and I never thought I'd get back to West Point to do a game, but indeed we did. Oh, I'm sorry, this is East Point. Well, it acts like West Point. That's a story that made the book for sure. Here's a handoff, and now with no whistle, they stopped his forward progress. We finally get whistles after about a 4-yard gain. Many years ago, we're playing at West Point, first time ever. We're on top of we're next to the press box, and there is this huge speaker right above us, and it was the only place we had to set up. There was no power on the other side of the field, and about 3 plays into the game, I asked Ronnie Shoemate for scissors.
Yep.
And it just went downhill from there.
And we all refused to give you that.
I'd probably still be serving out the time at Mount Meg's. Anyway, second down after a gain of 3, and again in the red zone is Cherokee County. They're going to run a sweep play. Again, that is the sophomore running back, Jay-Sean Stroop. And, or check that. That is that's not who he said.
Yeah,
Coleman. That is Caden Coleman, freshman running back. Caden Coleman getting the run that time. And that's going to be that's going to be a Cherokee County first down at the A-Rap 14-yard line. Clock down to 2:40 in this one. Mop-up duty. And Cherokee County getting a lot of new faces into the ball game. Adam Griffin is going all the way at quarterback for this team. This young man is only a junior, and this team's going to go places. I would not be surprised to see them in Birmingham in December.
Absolutely.
Handoff going to the tailback. Again, this is the freshman. Or no, that is Jay-Sean Stroop, the sophomore. Boy, they've just got running backs in. Ben Elrod, you got an army of running backs. You got a stable of horses back there.
They just keep pulling them out of the sideline over there.
Yeah.
You know, it's very common on this side of the state, Northeast Alabama. 5, Pisgah. They just keep reloading year after year.
You're right. And when you look, and you're right, you look at Piedmont. You know, you look at this team. You look at Cherokee County. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's like a seam. You know how that iron ore seam runs through Red Mountain in Birmingham down there's a seam of running backs here up this area. Second down and 2, ball at the 5, handoff backfield, boom! Knights make a play. Good play that time by Dallas Helton, shot the gap and took the running back down. So that will be a loss all the way back to the 13-yard line, a 9-yard loss. 75 seconds to play in this ball game, and I think we're going to see the class of Coach Jacob Kelly in this program. I mean, can they score? Of course they can score. But I think he's going to do the right thing and run plays that are basic and see if basic plays score, then you score. No big deal. You're not running up the score. I don't think you're going to see anything out of trickeration, and that's the class of Cherokee County and the class of Coach Jacob Kelly. I've really learned to like this guy. Not learned to. I really liked him from the first day I met him. Unbalanced left side, ball bobbled in the backfield by the freshman running back. We miss a tackle, and he gets down to the 5-yard line.
clock continues to run. There'll be a 3rd down and 2, but they can get 5 and get a touchdown. But that very well may be the last play of the football game. They've yet to blow the whistle to start it in play, and we're down to 26 seconds on the clock, and that is going to be your ball game. Class act, Coach Kelly and Cherokee County, as they come off the field with time remaining on the clock as it runs out, and this game is in the books. Final for Cherokee County tonight. The Arabian Knights fall to a very good football team in 4A, perhaps holding on to that runner-up position in Alabama as 4A state champion runner-ups. But tonight, Cherokee County comes to dominate and shuts out the Arabian Knights 25-0, but not without a valiant effort by the Arabian Knights and some very good things to talk about when we come back. This is the Fun Media Group Football Network. The Pulse starts now.
Looking for the best in farm and garden supplies? Wheeler Feed and Seed in Morgan City has you covered. From a full line of Tucker milling feeds, hardware and garden essentials to unique gifts, they have it all. Stock up on value-packed dog food, horse feed, and supplies, plus top-quality Calmback chicken food. Conveniently located on U.S. Highway 231 in Morgan City. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5:30, and Saturdays till noon. Come on down to Wheeler Feed and Seed, your one-stop shop for feed, seed, hardware, garden, and gifts.
Let's face it, loading pets into the car for a vet visit isn't always easy. That's why Harney Veterinary Services brings the vet to you. Whether it's at your home or farm, we provide quality mobile care for both large and small animals, dogs, cats, horses, and yes, even goats. We make vet care easier and less stressful for both you and your animals. Call 256-586-0849 or search Harney Veterinary Services online to learn more or book an appointment today.
Hello, this is Chase Cole of ProTech Roofing and Exteriors. Chances are your roof has not been inspected for weather damage within the last 5 years. With all the weather events throughout the Tennessee Valley this storm season, give us a call at 256-640-8091 or check us out on Facebook to schedule your free consultation. From asphalt shingles to metal roofing, we've got the solutions to keep your home safe and dry. ProTech Roofing and Exteriors, your winning team on and off the field. Go Knights.
Alabama Home Builder license number 28892. License bonded and insured.
Storms are not kind of trees which can fall and damage homes, property, and power lines. Hunt's Tree Service has 24 years of experience and provides quality work in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. Hunt's Tree Service provides complete cleanup and are safe. They carry $1 million in liability insurance and workmanship compensation while supplying proof of insurance upon request. Follow Hunt's Tree Service on Facebook and call for a free estimate 256-302-0006. Don't go out on a limb yourself. Trust the local professionals. Hunt's Tree Service.
Craft Insurance sideline reporter Ben Elrod with the coach, Kyle Roughton.
All right, Coach, tough night tonight, but we got to bounce back. Got a big region play starting next week. A bright spot tonight was Ingram in the ground game. So that being said, what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, we've just got a lot to correct. I mean, we've got to find a way to get in the end zone offensively whenever we give ourselves chances. We can't drop passes. We can't have all the miscues that we have we work so hard to get down inside the 20, the 15, the 10, and then we can't capitalize on a field goal. We can't capitalize inside the red zone scoring touchdowns. I mean, we've got to find a way to correct that, or we got a long season ahead. I mean, on a positive note is we're giving ourselves those opportunities. We're just not taking advantage of them whenever we get them.
All right, Coach. Good luck. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you.
Good response. I think that's a great read on the whole situation, Chad. Great read. Ben, I'll tell you, Coach he's got his finger on the pulse of this football team, and I think that's outstanding. But I think there's one word we need to add to the vocabulary right here. And Chad, back me up on this. Finish. You got to finish, and this is a game about finish.
Well, he set everything up. He said we're putting ourselves in the right spots, but to your point, we got to finish that.
Ben, your thoughts?
He's exactly right. You know, we get down there. Of course, you don't get any points from the 20 to 20. That's why they call it the red zone, and I'm sure they'll get on that this week at practice with these region games coming down the pipe, and put a couple more wrinkles in where they can get in the zone.
Okay, we're going to take a break on the Fun Media Group Football Network and finish out the commercials we have to as we get into the Pulse in our post-game show. When we come back, we'll have our final comments, and we will name the Sophia's Restaurant Players of the Game. The Sophia's Restaurant Players of the Game, offensively and defensively. They get dinner at Sophia's Restaurant, outstanding Mexican food and a great atmosphere and some friendly folks to greet you. And a great meal going to a well-played defensive player and offensive player for the Arabian Knights. We'll name that next. Final score tonight from Cherokee County, 25-0. Cherokee County gets the win. Back after this on the Fun Media Group Football Network.
Everybody loves chicken, but the unique flavor of our chicken and original sauce at the Midasburger of Arab makes it special. It's always the same, always delicious. I'm Christy Thomas, inviting you to try our chicken sandwiches, chicken fingers, chicken breast, or our tailgate trays that are available only during football season. Remember, we have something for everybody at the Midasburger. Delicious hamburgers, hot dogs, salads, barbecue, and much more.
Call 256-586-3275 Monday through Saturday at the Midasburger on the Parkway.
The right price, right now.
Discover the latest in comfort and style at Wright's Furniture with new inventory featuring adjustable beds, lift chairs, recliners, and Serta mattresses. They have everything you need for a beautiful home. Enhance your space with our stunning home decor, all at affordable prices. Wright's Furniture is a proud sponsor of Arabian Nights football. Shop with us today in the Dogwood Plaza and experience quality and value like never before. Wright Furniture at the right price. Wright's Furniture.
This is Renee Reynolds at Parkway Pharmacy. If you are spending more time outdoors or participating in athletic activities, you need to know about BioLite. It's like an IV in a bottle because of its concentration of electrolytes, but it's even better than an IV because it contains natural ingredients that help repair the liver, ease nausea, and can even help with brain function. BioLite will help prevent dehydration and is now available in 5 refreshing flavors. Stop by Parkway Pharmacy to meet our staff and pick up a bottle of BioLite today.
Saving you money. That's what we're all about at Warehouse Discount Groceries.
More than just your hometown grocery store, Warehouse Discount Groceries offers a ton of convenient services, including check cashing, postage stamps, money orders, and so much more. The friendly staff is eager to help make your shopping experience smart and easy. 2252 North Brindley Mountain Parkway. Open every day for your grocery needs. Call 256-586-6567 to ask about in-store specials throughout the week.
We appreciate your business at Warehouse Discount Groceries.
Amp up your ride at Bolt Automotive and Fabrication, your one-stop shop for everything automotive. From installing the latest Android and Apple CarPlay systems with top-of-the-line amplifiers and subwoofers to remote start, electrical troubleshooting, interior work, new leather, and leather repair. With over 50 years of experience, we've got all your vehicles covered. Our experts are just a phone call away. 256-415-9970. Visit us today at 9069 US 231 Arab. Bolt Automotive and Fabrication. Drive in style, drive with us.
As you age, your hormone levels decline, causing unwanted symptoms like moodiness, depression, weight gain, fatigue, insomnia, and night sweats. Marshall Primary Care now offers hormone replacement therapy, which can help reduce hot flashes, increase energy, reduce body fat, and more benefits. Walk-ins and appointments are welcome. Most insurances are accepted, including workman's compensation. Located at 131 Gulfview Drive, call for an appointment at 256-640-8416. Your choice for hometown health care, Marshall Primary Care.
From one season to the other, your garage door takes a beating. Hot, cold, wind, rain, plus it's continuously in use. Time for a new garage door or a fix on an old reliable? CCM Garage Doors sells and maintains all makes and models of garage doors. 24-hour on-call service. 3 years parts and labor warranty along with free estimates. CCM Garage Doors is Better Business Bureau accredited. Don't fight the ups and downs of an aging garage door. Call Chris at 256-572-9170. CCM Garage Doors. Online at ccmgaragedoors.com.
Step into a world of charm at Carolyn's Antiques and Vintage on First in downtown Arab. Discover barnwood tables, elegant vintage furniture, and one-of-a-kind collectibles. Even new man cave must-haves. Whether you're decorating your home or hunting for that perfect gift, you'll find timeless treasures waiting for you. Visit Carolyn's Antiques and Vintage on First, where every piece tells a story. Come find your next treasure today.
Now, the post-game pulse, presented by Playwell Performance. Commitment, community, accountability. Playwell Performance. The post-game pulse on Fun 92.7 FM HD1.
Back with you tonight from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth in the Superior RV Fun Media Group Football Network. Michael St. John, Archie Anderson, Chad Robertson, Ben Elrod. By golly, hopefully, if all goes well, we get Ronnie Shoemate back next week. I'm ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard a funny joke in 2 weeks with you guys. And, you know, the great thing about it is I haven't seen anybody on Facebook in 2 weeks while we do the play-by-play. So, there's good and bad. Anyway, looking forward to having Ronnie back. All right, it's time to name our offensive and defensive players of the game. Shutouts are never easy to take, but there's always a silver lining. And I think tonight for the Arabian Nights, we saw a lot of silver linings. And with that in mind, our offensive player of the game was Chad Robertson.
Well, I'm going to pick this individual who was a workhorse on offense, well over 100 yards rushing. I was thinking during the game, this kid was in junior high about 2 weeks ago. He's only a freshman, and now he's out here on Friday nights running the ball for the A-Rep. So I'm going to go with a running back, Mason Ingram.
Boy, I'll tell you, that could not be a better selection. He really put the team on his shoulders tonight. Didn't get into the end zone, but he did everything else. So Mason Ingram, a freshman, and this may be the first time a freshman has won our player of the game ever. But Mason Ingram, a freshman, has won our Sophia's Restaurant player of the game. He gets a delicious dinner from Sophia's Restaurant. And with that in mind, it's time to turn to the defensive side of the ball. We give up 25 points, but we give off points off turnover, 4 turnovers of the night, points off of 3 of them. Not a bad defensive effort, but a guy that stood out among men is
the 5'9" linebacker, Dallas Helton.
There you go, Ben.
He never gave up, even that last drive Cherokee County had when they were down in the red zone. He was firing them up and made a big pop in the backfield. So no quitting that young man. That's what we need.
Dallas Helton wins our defensive player of the game. Mason Ingram wins offensive player of the game. Archie Anderson, I know that you had a lot of perspective on this game. Love having you in the press box. Love having you. Normally you're having to do all the PA, but tonight you got to see a lot of the game and a little bit of a perspective, and then I know you've got some final stats.
Yeah, 274 on the ground tonight for Cherokee County. Again, before the night was over, they mixed it up really well, but toward the last quarter anyway, they were really focusing on moving the ball down the field, taking their time, eating some clock, and getting on out of here. For the Arabian Nights, well, let's see. Also, I need to mention, as a matter of fact, 62 yards.
Archie's doing some pass calculating there.
Through the air. So that bringing their total to, as a matter of fact, 336 total yards. Arab, on the other hand, we'll do that right quick, too.
All right. He's got that pencil going. You're pretty good at this. You're not even using a calculator. No, amazing.
We've got about 160 on the ground. I'm doing this right off the hoof here. Finally got a few yards passing, but still not what we want to see, only 27. So 187 yards. This could have been a lot worse. Like I say, when I was looking at their running backs and how elusive they could be the more time went on. We kind of got a hand. I kept watching number 3 after that pass play, but we got a handle on him. But 6 and 17, I guess it was, hard to bring down for us. And it was like Chad had mentioned one time, we started running out of gas a little bit, but we're still playing. We got guys on both sides of the fence trying to work, and it's a little tough.
Indeed it is, and I think the effort tonight, Coach Howard's got to be happy with the effort, like he was the grit last week against Albertville. The effort tonight was very, very good, and I think effort is going to prove well for this team as we get into region play, especially next week on the road again at Sardis.
Well, we had just talked about that. I went down and spoke with Coach Roughton and talked about that a little bit, the fact that some of these young guys are starting to grow up now, in particular Mason. But I think Stevens is starting to kind of see his spot and get a little bit more comfortable back there. We've just got to get some horses back and get some things happening up front. And we don't get to mention those guys' name a whole lot, but that's where it's got to happen for us. And like you mentioned tonight, though, this is probably the best team we're going to face. And so things could be okay down the road. We're actually at 1-1. We're right where we were going into region play last year. So hopefully the guys will learn from this. We saw those mistakes. We saw penalties. We saw some,
not as many.
But we saw some little things happen that could have cost us some points. And so I think when the guys look back at what might have been anyway, that even though they take a little bit of a lump in your throat on this deal, I think there's a lot of positives to take from it.
Archie, thank you so much
yes,
for doing
sir,
this
enjoyed
with us.
it.
Enjoyed it here as well. Well, gentlemen, next week we head to Sardis. We're ready to start the Pulse, which is our post-game show. They're going to wrap up all the scores of everything going on, including college scores tonight, and we'll send it back to Jeremiah and to Cody and to the big guy, and that's coming up in just a moment. But before we do that, let us remind you, tomorrow it's Alabama football on Fun Radio. Our pregame gets underway at 11:30, kickoff at 2:30 from Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. The Florida State Seminoles entertaining the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Early morning at 9 o'clock, early time for me. Absolutely, I'll be live in do-I-diddy. Boy, I love to go to Morgan City. And we'll be right there at Owens Home Appliance for their big Labor Day sale and big annual event. Looking forward to seeing folks there. Come see us, have some food with us, and let's talk some football. On behalf of our executive producer, Melanie St. John, on behalf of everyone back at the station, Ken Williams, and Jeremiah and all the crew that puts this thing together, they do the yeoman's work, and we appreciate what they do. For our listeners, thank you very much. I got a bunch of texts on folks wishing us a happy birthday. 28 years now for Fun Radio in North Alabama, and God willing, maybe we can add a few more to that in the years to come. On behalf of Ben Elrod and Chad Robertson, on behalf of Archie Anderson from Center, Alabama, on the banks of Weiss Lake, thank you to our friends at Cherokee County for providing us an outstanding broadcast opportunity. This is a final score of 25-0. Cherokee County wins over Arab. On behalf of the entire crew and the Fun Media Group Incorporated, thank you for listening. This is the Fun Radio Football Network.
Fall means Friday Night Lights, and at Marshall Therapy and Sports Rehab, we're proud to be a part of your team. Whether it's a sports injury, surgery recovery, or getting back in the game of life, our experts are here to help. From physical therapy to cardiac rehab and speech therapy, we're with you every step of the way. With locations in Gunnersville and Boaz, visit mmcenters.com and find therapy under the Services tab to learn more.
Big appliances like dryers and dishwashers put out heat when they're in use. Running these at night helps keep your AC from fighting too many battles at once. At Arab Electric Cooperative, we help you find more ways to save energy, save money, and help the environment. So small savings today leads to big savings tomorrow. This energy-efficient message is brought to you by Arab Electric Cooperative, serving farm, home, and industry since 1947.
A&D Motors, we got the right used cars you can trust. Come take a drive.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Harlow, your hometown car gal. You don't have to drive far to find a great deal. At A&D Motors, we're your locally owned, buy here, pay here dealership for over 30 years, and we stand behind every vehicle we sell. Finance with us and get a free limited warranty. Visit the car gals at A&D Motors on the Parkway in Arab, your one-stop dealership.
So come on down, let's take a spin with A&D Motors. You sure will.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Arab Cartage and Express Company has been a trusted name in transportation for decades. Now hiring Class A CDL drivers with current DOT physicals and a safe driving history. Enjoy great benefits including medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid holidays, personal time off, and retirement options. Call 256-649-6071 or visit 1101 Nathan Road Southwest to apply. Keep on trucking with Arab Cartage and Express, where your road to a better future begins.
As a retired football coach, I know legendary coach Gene Stallings had it right.
There's no such thing as big games and small games. If you don't believe it, just lose one. In football, that's true. In real estate, even truer. Every deal matters, every client matters, every detail matters. So whether it's a cozy fixer-upper or the house HGTV dreams are made of, I'm playing like it's a national championship game. Call me, Jeff Gibbs, with Southern Elite Realty today at 256-640-3085 and go Knights.
Now, the post-game pulse. Presented by Playwell Performance. Commitment, community, accountability. Playwell Performance. The post-game pulse on Fun 92.7 FM HD1.
Welcome into the post-game pulse. I'm your host, Jeremiah Williamson, joined by my man Cody Walker. Kenan Williams will join us here in a moment. You just listened to Arab Knott's loss to the Cherokee County Warriors 25-0. This, of course, is sponsored by Playwell Performance. They specialize in athletes and active adults, and they're proud to be different than your typical gym. Once again, that's Playwell Performance, community, commitment, accountability. I understand that this Arab game moved a little fast, but Cody will break down what we've got going on across the Tennessee Valley.
Yeah, it was one of the very first scores to go final tonight, but since we've been here in the starting off with the Pulse, we did have a few more go final. We had Gunnersville defeat Fort Payne 21-10. That is a final. Brindley Mountain in homecoming defeats Vina 41-0. Big win for the Lions there on homecoming. That circled this game as a revenge game after the 3 or 4 overtime game a year ago. So congratulations to the Lions on getting their homecoming win 41-0. Boaz, now we're getting into scores that we do not have a final on yet or are still currently going on. Boaz is leading Albertville 31-10 late in the fourth. Albertville just scored. They're fixing to go for an onside kick. Huffman leads Columbia 14-0. And that's the scores we have right there. Now I'll move over to the Gilbert and Ball scoreboard. We have Austin leads Decatur 44-0 in the fourth quarter. Priceville leads Brewer 40-7 also in the fourth quarter. Woodville is putting it on Cherokee 40-7 late in that game. Coleman and trailing Mortimer Jordan 21-14. Douglas all over Susan Moore 35-0. Hazel Green on top of East Limestone 13-0 late in that game. Huntsville leading May Jemison, last report 7-0. Hartselle all over Jackson Olin, leading that game 33-0 at last report. Walter Welborn leading J.B. Pennington. This was a halftime score of 14-8. Bob Jones is just putting a whooping on Lee. It was 50-0 at halftime. It is 50-7 right now as last report. They are still playing. Madison Academy leads Randolph 49-7. North Sand Mountain is on top of Eider 35-0. New Hope leads DAR 35-20. Another big game up in Jackson County. Scottsboro this game was close for most of the time we've been watching it. Scottsboro leads. They've extended it out now. They lead North Jackson 21-0 in the fourth quarter. Fife, this was a close game, 29-28 at halftime, but they have stretched out their lead to 53-28 late in the fourth. Plainview leads Westminster Christian 26-17. West End leads Sandrock 21-14. Sparkman making the long trip down to Tuscaloosa County to take on Hillcrest. They trail 50-17 late in the fourth in that one. Fairview over on WRAB. This was a closer game early on too. We were listening in on that one. Fairview, Springville keeping that interesting for a half, but Fairview now stretches out that lead 40-14, still playing in the fourth. Valley Head in a close one with Section. This last report was in the third quarter. It is 7-6 going to the fourth. We'll see if we can get an update on that one. And our last score that we have in progress, Wilson was leading Danville at halftime 28-7.
Yeah, a lot of scores there, and kind of a reoccurring theme this Arab game, getting done quite a bit ahead of some of those other games. Big bounce-back game for Fife, kind of one of the things that stuck out to me. Like you said, that game was close at halftime. Pisgah was able to beat them last year. Both squads lost a good bit of players. Big bounce back, though, for Fife, right, Cody?
Yeah, it was. I was a little bit worried. They trailed a couple of times in this game in that first half, 29-28. I'm sure there was a lot of stiff collars around the Fife program, especially on the fan side. But they got things looking like Fife in that second half and really pulled away and made it look easy coming down the stretch here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. The way that game went last Friday, Fife not exactly used to getting beat like that, but this is a big bounce back win for them, and I'm sure the Red Devils are happy about that one. When we return, we'll break down some more of the games in depth, kind of pick some games that we were watching, maybe touch on a little bit of college football as well. This is the Postgame Pulse, sponsored by Play Well Performance, Community, Commitment, Accountability. We'll be back with more on the Postgame Pulse.
Jones Jewelry is now open on the Parkway in Arab, and I'm here with the owner, Elena Jones. Elena, I've heard your vintage collection is something really special.
It is. I handpick each piece to make sure it's truly unique, something with character and charm. Whether you're looking for something timeless or truly one of a kind, we have it. I love helping people find or create the perfect piece. Jewelry tells a story, and I'm honored to be part of so many.
Folks, if you haven't stopped yet, it's time. 1146 North Brindley Mountain Parkway.
Can't wait to see you.
Wondering what it feels like to feel really good, energized, refreshed, pain-free, and happy? Come experience affordable natural wellness therapies, tools that help your body do what it does best, heal. At Wonders for Wellness, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. No appointment required. Located at 411 on Main Street in Arab. Book your session today at wondersforwellness.com or call 256-931-0004. Wonders for Wellness, where wellness meets wonder.
Looking for the best in farm and garden supplies? Wheeler Feed and Seed in Morgan City has you covered. From a full line of Tucker milling feeds, hardware and garden essentials to unique gifts, they have it all. Stock up on value-packed dog food, horse feed, and supplies, plus top-quality Calmback chicken food. Conveniently located on U.S. Highway 231 in Morgan City. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5:30, and Saturdays till noon. Come on down to Wheeler Feed and Seed, your one-stop shop for feed, seed, hardware, garden, and gifts.
Ladies, are you ready to step up your fashion game? Visit Maggie B & Company Fashion Boutique, your ultimate destination for chic and stylish clothing. Need help finding the perfect outfit? Our friendly fashion experts are here to provide personalized service, ensuring you leave with something you love. Located in the Dogwood Plaza, Maggie B & Company is your go-to boutique for all your fashion needs. Follow them on social media for the latest arrivals and exclusive offers. Maggie B & Company Fashion Boutique, where your style story begins.
Looking for the perfect gift? Discover Fine Things, the store with unique, timeless, and quality merchandise. From bridal and baby registries to elegant home decor and fall finds, Fine Things has something for everyone. Shop Julie Voss and Barra Boheme jewelry, plus favorite fragrances like Sweet Grace, Volcano, Red Currant, and Seasonal Scents by Nest. Open 9 to 5 in the Dogwood Plaza, next to Maggie B & Company. Fine Things, a gift shop that's anything but ordinary.
Need a vet that goes the extra mile? Literally? Harney Veterinary Services has you covered. Offering both mobile and in-office care, they're conveniently located in Union Grove, right between Arab and Gunnersville. From cats and dogs to horses and goats, they treat them all. Don't want the hassle of loading up your animals? No problem. They'll come to you. Follow Harney Veterinary Services on social media or call 256-599-0849 to book your appointment today. Harney Veterinary Services. Care that comes to you.
Now, the post-game pulse, presented by Playwell Performance. Commitment, community, accountability. Playwell Performance. The post-game pulse on Fun 92.7 FM HD1.
Welcome back into the post-game pulse. I am your host, Jerron Williamson, joined by Cody Walker. Once again, this is sponsored by Playwell Performance. They specialize in athletes and active adults, and they're proud to be different than your typical gym. Playwell Performance, community, commitment, accountability. So, Cody, what was maybe game or two that kind of stuck out to you as the night progressed?
Yeah, we can start in 4A Region 8, that 9-team region, getting underway in region play. Last night, the first game in that one, Madison County defeated St. John Paul II, getting on the board in the region standings in the first win. But the two big games here tonight was Madison Academy and Randolph. That game I thought was going to be much closer. Madison Academy winning that game. That has gone final 49-7 in that one. Madison Academy just ran away and hid from the beginning. Listened in on that one a little bit, and that was never really in question. And Madison Academy well on their way to getting back on the right track. They kind of start out slow. We talked about in the coaches' breakfast a few times this morning about how Madison Academy need to step in the right track. The other game, Plainview and Westminster Christian. Plainview making the trip all the way over from DeKalb County to Huntsville tonight, coming away with the win there. That's huge for them. This game went the other way a year ago, and that was the difference between Westminster Christian getting that 4 spot and making the playoffs, and Plainview sitting at home with identical records. They both ended up 5-5 as the season went on. But that final score tonight, Plainview 26, Westminster Christian 17. I think this is going to be a region that we watched all last year, and I think it's going to come down to the wire again this year. I think it's very even, especially with the top 5 or 6 teams in that region that are all trying to get into the playoffs.
Yep, Plainview, kind of from my area, and I know they'll be happy. Like you said, it doesn't take just one game to kind of affect your playoffs. So I know the Bear fans are certainly happy, getting a little bit of revenge. The game that I was focused on was the one that you heard. I was kind of in a different position tonight. Had to move some people around, so I ended up running the board for Arab tonight. They lost to Cherokee County 25-0, but the scoreboard doesn't exactly relay exactly how good of a game that was for the Knights. They played some really good football. I know you obviously want to come away with a win, and you want to get more than a moral victory, but the defense looked good tonight. A couple of costly penalties on the offensive side of things kind of halted the scoreboard the way it looks. Arab actually did score a touchdown, but it got taken back due to penalty a couple of times in this game. So, Arab with a narrow victory against Albertville in week 1. You weren't exactly happy with the result there. This time around, you lose 25-0 Cherokee County, but Cherokee County, really good football team, right, Cody?
Yes, it's a very, very talented team. They were very disappointed with their play against Piedmont a week ago, and down there on the Field of Champions, come away with a loss there. And their coach talked in the interviews all week long about how that's just not the team that he had seen all summer and was expecting to see out in their field, and really questioned their output and their strength coming into this game, knowing that Arab was going to come in and play as well as they did. So really good outcome for the Warriors tonight, taking care of business against Arab. And Arab is going to have to bounce back, because we'll go over here in just a second the other scores in this 5A region. And it's been an interesting night across the region for sure.
Yep, that's just you gotta stack wins on wins. So obviously those practices are definitely going to be focused on those penalties. It wasn't as bad tonight as it was the previous week, but it's still something you kind of want to focus on as the season continues. We're going to take a quick break, and then like Cody said, we'll break down some more scores, look at some of the things that have happened in relation to the Tennessee Valley and high school football. We'll be back with more with the post-game pulse, sponsored by Playable Performance, Community, Commitment, Accountability.
Hello, this is Chase Cole of ProTech Roofing and Exteriors. Chances are your roof has not been inspected for weather damage within the last 5 years. With all the weather events throughout the Tennessee Valley this storm season, give us a call at 256-640-8091 or check us out on Facebook to schedule your free consultation. From asphalt shingles to metal roofing, we've got the solutions to keep your home safe and dry. ProTech Roofing and Exteriors, your winning team on and off the field. Go Knots.
Alabama Home Builder License Number 28892. Licensed, bonded, and insured.
Storms are not kind of trees which can fall and damage homes, property, and power lines. Hunt's Tree Service has 24 years of experience and provides quality work in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding. Hunt's Tree Service provides complete cleanup and are safe. They carry $1 million in liability insurance and workmanship compensation while supplying proof of insurance upon request. Follow Hunt's Tree Service on Facebook and call for a free estimate 256-302-0006. Don't go out on a limb yourself. Trust the local professionals. Hunt's Tree Service.
Everybody loves chicken, but the unique flavor of our chicken and original sauce at the Midas-Burger of Arab makes it special. It's always the same, always delicious. I'm Christy Thomas, inviting you to try our chicken sandwiches, chicken fingers, chicken breast, or our tailgate trays that are available only during football season. Remember, we have something for everybody at the Midas-Burger. Delicious hamburgers, hot dogs, salads, barbecue, and much more.
Call 256-586-3275 Monday through Saturday at the Midas Burger on the Parkway.
The right price, right now.
Discover the latest in comfort and style at Wright's Furniture with new inventory featuring adjustable beds, lift chairs, recliners, and Serta mattresses. They have everything you need for a beautiful home. Enhance your space with our stunning home decor, all at affordable prices. Wright's Furniture is a proud sponsor of Arabian Nights football. Shop with us today in the Dogwood Plaza and experience quality and value like never before. Wright Furniture at the right price. Wright's Furniture.
If you are tired of long wait times at the pharmacy, Parkway Pharmacy wants you to know we can have most prescriptions ready in minutes. This is Renee Reynolds with Parkway Pharmacy, and we are conveniently located on the Parkway, offer drive-through service, and have served Arab and the surrounding areas for almost 50 years. We are here for you and want to serve your pharmacy needs. We offer many vaccinations, medication therapy reviews, and the best service around. We'll even help you cut down on the trips to the pharmacy. Just ask us how. Stop by and meet our friendly staff at Parkway Pharmacy. We want to be your friend in the pharmacy.
Saving you money. That's what we're all about at Warehouse Discount Groceries.
More than just your hometown grocery store, Warehouse Discount Groceries offers a ton of convenient services, including check cashing, postage stamps, money orders, and so much more. The friendly staff is eager to help make your shopping experience smart and easy. 2252 North Brindley Mountain Parkway. Open every day for your grocery needs. Call 256-586-6567 to ask about in-store specials throughout the week.
We appreciate your business at Warehouse Discount Groceries.
Now, the post-game pulse, presented by Playwell Performance. Commitment, community, accountability. Playwell Performance. The post-game pulse on Fun 92.7 FM HD1.
Welcome back into the post-game pulse. I'm your host, Jeremiah Williamson. This, of course, is sponsored by Playwell Performance. They specialize in athletes and active adults, and they're proud to be different than your typical gym. Once again, that's Playwell Performance. Community, commitment, accountability. Arab in 5A Region 8. Cody has a little bit of a breakdown for us on that region.
Yeah, this is of course Arab's region and games coming up, and it was an interesting night, final night of non-region play for a lot of these teams. Before we get into region play next week, as far as scores, Sardis was on top of Cleveland County 14-7. Some of these are final. Most of these are final. That Sardis Cleveland County may still be in progress, but the rest of these are final. Gunnersville 21, Fort Payne 10, Priceville 40, Brewer 7. Brewer is the next opponent for Arab, then homecoming next week. Going to be coming off of a big loss. Boaz 31, Albertville 10. That game was very close for a very long time before late scores in the fourth extended that lead for Boaz. Douglas beat Susan Moore 35-0, and Scottsboro beat North Jackson 21-0. So a very successful weekend for Region 8, with the exception of Arab and Brewer, who will be facing off next week. So somebody's going to be having to come off of a loss and get that first win in region, and it's going to set you up for the long haul here, trying to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like you said, a good couple of games for those teams. We were talking off air. Guntersville kind of the consensus favorite, at least if you ask most people. Who do you think is a team that could potentially compete with them for that title?
Well, coming into the season, it'd be, Scottsboro. There's still some questions at quarterback for them. The way they looks like from afar, and didn't listen to really get too close in this game, but just looking at the final score, Scottsboro only up winning 21-0 over North Jackson. That game was 7-14 for Scottsboro most of that game before a late fourth quarter score for them as well to extend their lead. But Boaz has impressed me. Boaz really struggled in the first half and most of this game against Albertville before I think Albertville was kind of running out of steam down the stretch, but ability to take care of business against them, two really good outcomes for them, beating Madison County last week and then turn around and beating Albertville. But like for everybody else in this region, the rubber meets the road next week as region play starts for all these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic breakdown. I know Ken has some thoughts on how that Brewer game went.
Well, we call this show The Pulse for a reason. With Cody and I have been running around getting scores all night and month. I've been spending a lot of time in the Brewer room, if you will. And I tell you what, they were happy to get that win tonight. I was listening to their post-game show, and they were playing their alma mater and everything like that. I think they're going to be ready. They do know that they are going to face a big region opponent next week. Cody, who did you say they were going to face?
Yeah, they play Arab. Brewer coming off this loss.
Yeah.
Arab coming off a loss. This is going to be huge for both teams. I think Brewer is a little bit disappointed in their showing against Priceville tonight for sure.
Yeah, let me give you a few updates on some finals that we have. Woodville beat Cherokee 40-16. We've got Walter Welburn beat J.B. Pennington 28-0. Bob Jones, Cody, you and I were talking about this. We thought it was going to be big. We didn't know it was going to be this big. They were winning, and I think they probably finalized that at 50-20. North Sand Mountain over Eider 43-0. That's a final. Fairview 40, Springville 14, and Tanner lost to Colbert 44-21. That's just some of the scores. We got to gather some more when we finish this show tonight. But I tell you what, it's been a good night for football. A lot of teams are getting ready for region play starting next week, and they're kind of paying attention to the different games that are being played because they know what kind of challenge they're going to face.
Yeah, a lot of blowouts again this week. It's kind of been a theme these first 2 weeks. Not every game has been a nail biter. A lot of games that we thought were going to be nail biters have ended up being lopsided. So maybe going forward we'll have some more of those close games like Guntersville and Fort Payne was. Fort Payne's been our most entertaining team in North Alabama the last 2 weeks, playing a good close game against Scottsboro last week and hanging in there against Guntersville tonight. So maybe we can get some more games like that going into region play and then next week.
Yeah, it's always kind of tough to start the season to exactly know what to expect as far as close games go and such, because it's just a new roster, new coaches. You never know with all those things. So yeah, like you said, hopefully a lot more games like we've seen Fort Payne the last couple of weeks throughout the Tennessee Valley, because we all know we like them close football games, and so maybe we'll get a few more of those throughout the season.
Of course, Jeremiah, some teams were actually in region play tonight too, so that's kind of interesting. Danville, for instance, was in a region game tonight. They're in that region with 9 teams in that region?
Yeah, those 9-team regions are me and Adam talk about it in the 6 o'clock hour. Those regions are a pain in the rear end because you have one non-region game, and then for the rest of the season you're in region play, and that's a lot of pressure for 9 games straight in a season.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough break. I mean, when you're playing and like that, you can't have a bad game. Your season might get off rails pretty quick with a non-team like that. Any final thoughts for any of you gentlemen? Any other games we haven't really?
Well, I was of course running back and forth between rooms, but Fairview did it again tonight, and I mean that running back Jake Harper, you just can't say enough about him. And y'all saw the video I showed you with from the game from last week. And I tell you what, every team needs a Jay Carper. Don't you think so?
yeah. If they could clone him, they would.
They could
for
clone
sure.
him, they would. And so I think Fairview's on their way to once again, coming through their region and probably going to play some in some playoff ball at the end of the season.
Yeah, looking to repeat as region champs. That Russellville game is looming large on their schedule, looking like going forward. Their schedule, even going into region play, lightens up a little bit before that game. But give credit to Springville. Springville had a lead in this game early on. They had some the Fairview folks shaking in their boots.
They did
early on in that game. My takeaway, I'm going to go down to Guntersville. Guntersville was workmanlike against Fort Payne tonight. Fort Payne drove all the way down to the 2-yard line. Looked like they were going to take a lead, 17-14 lead in that game. Guntersville gets a turnover, and that was pretty much the nail in the coffin for the Wildcats from the Valley over in DeKalb County. Guntersville just pretty much run out the rest of that clock for the rest of that half, and Fort Payne never really threatened again. So good goal line stand from Guntersville. They ended up extending their lead in the fourth quarter. Just what can you say about Guntersville? They're doing it again. Everybody thought this might be a down year for Guntersville after what they lost last year to graduation and to college football. And they just turn around and they got a Cincinnati commit out there wide playing tight end, just getting him the ball. Street Smith at quarterback is just putting this team on his back, and they're just putting their head down and getting results. And it's just like this team to just take it week by week, and they're going to be a problem in this region.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic breakdown. Just like many of you listening, we absolutely love some high school football. We absolutely thank you for listening. For Cody Walker, Ken Williams, this is Jeremiah Williamson. This has been the Postgame Pulse. Once again, we thank you so much for listening. Sponsored by Player Performance. They specialize in athletes and active adults, and they're proud to be different than your typical gym. We invite you to join us back again next week. I hope you have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Go enjoy some college football, and we'll see you next time. Thank you once again for listening.
WAFN FM and HD1 ARAB, Huntsville. WAFN.